He's great. They put out his podcast today. His lawyer, he interviewed his lawyer like a year ago, like before he even caught this charge. Anyway, it was an interesting, very interesting podcast because his lawyer is a really good criminal defense attorney. So.
Yeah, I was watching that DJ Academics, but I gotta look more into it though.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, Techstone he's very funny. He's very funny podcast, and he he would, if he didn't like your record, he would let you know. He'd say, "Oh, your record sucks" or whatever. And it turned personal, but he's already he's a felon, and he went to jail, so whatever. It's not like he's new to this shit. So unfortunately, anyway, this just sucks because this podcast is so fucking funny that I don't want to. Now I can't listen to it. Anyway.
We're live, so.
Oh, what's up, fat
that guy
faggot?
heard you.
No.
That guy heard you. He's pissed at you now.
Taxstone's in jail.
Yeah,
but,
he's listening to gun channels in jail.
I hope, man. If he would have, they caught his DNA. See, that's the thing in New York now. Well, this is a Fed case, but they're doing DNA tests on the guns, and they said they had his DNA like on the magazine and then on the trigger, and so if it's in the magazine, you can't even be like, oh, that's not my gun. Like I grabbed it from dude, because oh yeah, how did your fucking DNA get on the goddamn fucking magazine, dude? You were fucking loading it. You know what I'm saying? Like, anyway.
Plus, in New York, man, you get your fucking asshole down there.
Yeah, Moon, you're like, you went quiet again. You're just quiet. It's not like you're breaking up or nothing.
Really?
Now you sound fine. It's probably your headset.
Yeah.
I was on my way to Best Buy to get a new fucking headset.
It is a piece of shit.
Yeah.
That's all.
The Apple headsets are the best, even for like other phones. Like I have a Samsung, but I just buy Apple headsets.
Tell my brother got the wireless.
Making them shit. Yeah, because I like the cord, so obviously can't use that fuckery, that Apple fuckery right there. I'm not using that shit. You're like a fucking dweeb. Plus, you're gonna lose that shit. SHOT Show, man. What's up with SHOT Show, man? That shit is ugly out there.
Anderson got some nice rails coming out.
Anderson?
Yeah.
Oh, God. Yes.
See Marco post the UTG rail?
Oh, my God. No, I don't know. I'm not a rail snob. When it came down for me, like, to get a rail, which I probably shouldn't have done because I couldn't even afford it. But I did the ALG Ergo V3 or something like that, it's called. So, it's good. Yeah, it was good. It was good. It was good. Plus, whatchamacallit? His M-Lock, so who cares? Yeah, man. What?
So, yeah. Colt's got a new 1903.
don't know what the fuck that is.
It's like an old ass
Okay.
gun.
Like a revolver?
It's a hammerless pocket gun, but it's
Oh shit. Okay, yeah, I know what you're talking about. It's like 32 or something.
well, maybe it looks small. I don't know. It looks small in Pink's hand.
No, the Colt.
Yeah, 32.
The Colt. Whatchamacallit?
It must be tiny.
The Colt military rifle or whatever the fuck they're calling it. It's got its mid-length with a M-lock, free float, and I think MSRP is like 12 something. So there'll probably be a lot less when it hopefully it'll be like 1100. So I don't know. Maybe even at 12, it's a pretty good deal. Chrome line,
What that
17
Colt
twist.
QCB or QCQ
Yeah.
or whatever the fuck it is.
Yeah.
QCC.
It's better than. Look, man. That's about time, dude. They did that shit.
Yeah, but that was before they put that out before Shot.
Oh, okay. I didn't see that shit. Like, I didn't see
Yeah.
any photos or nothing. I was like, oh, super duper. Nah, there's nothing I want to buy. Dude. If I had money, I would buy the CZP-10 just to check it out. If it sucked, whatever, and maybe the I don't know, like the fuck, man, it's just whatever. Like, I'm not buying the Ashy Larry fucking White Rhino or nothing.
Rhino? No.
No. I buy a Smith & Wesson 686 Plus and send it back 5 fucking times so they can get the barrel right. You know what I mean? That type of shit. That's about it, Trying to go ham.
It looks like there's a lot of 300 blackout coming out.
Yeah, they're pushing it. I don't see why
Well,
not.
the price on that
Buy the fucking
motherfucker.
suppressor. If you have that shit, if you don't have a suppressor, I don't see why you even own it. Like, what's the point? You'd want to get a suppressor so you could. You hear this music I'm listening to? It's fucking unreal.
Nope.
Thank God. I don't want to ding you on a whatchamacallit? Copyright infringement.
Nah, just give him the Dano.
Yeah, I jump into Dano's chats. I just play like fucking Conway, dude. Conway the Machine, man. Why are you hating on Conway, dude? If I ever meet that guy, I'm gonna tell him beat your ass.
Oh yeah, Colt's doing a limited run of the original AR-15 or something. 2,500.
Colt is so lame. No, yeah, the new Colt Cobra looks stupid. It just doesn't look right. It just doesn't look like a Colt. Like they're like, oh, trying to make it better or something. Shut the fuck up. I'm not making it better. Dude. If you're gonna put something out like that, I don't understand why it wouldn't at least look 90% like your product. Your trigger guard's different. The barrel, the way that looks is weird. I'm telling you, if they would have made that shit look exactly like an older Colt, I don't know, they would have fucking had a smash hit on their hands. I can't believe you can't listen. You can't hear this horrible music.
Nope.
It's like straight.
Fucking Tech 9 breathe.
It's like straight 80s out here, man.
Straight.
Straight 80s.
Call them the straighties.
That would be a dope fucking channel. On serious, straighties. Straight 80s all day. The worst 80s music ever. Yeah. I think this is like fucking Tina Turner, man.
Roll it. Roll it.
Yeah, I'm at this grocery shop, man. Trying to get my groceries together, man. Hmm. Badoo. Lamp plant.
What else was there? That little
Oh,
light
shot.
from Enforce.
I like the 4.7s, man. Did you see that? 600
Yeah.
fucking lumens. That's crazy, but only if it fits in a goddamn. If it fits in the holster, the XC1. Otherwise, who's making that shit? Like, I don't get it. Like, it's just
Only if
another
it sells
goddamn
a lot,
holster.
people will start making them holsters for it.
Unreal. They'd have to sell a shit ton, and no one's buying the 4.7s. That's serious. Like, I would, because I trust that brand a little bit. But everyone else out there that's like using their guns like and for their job or really, I don't know, they're like, nope. And I don't even know who the fuck's using an XC1. But lots of people were buying that shit. $200, whatever it was, 250, and it was like what, 180 lumens or something, 200 lumens. I don't even think it's 200 lumens. But yeah, that thing, that 4.7s, if that can fit in a foot, I bet you I could buy a Kydex XC1 holster and then just warm it up and shove that shit in there and bend it around it and get away with it. Because it's very similar profile.
Yeah.
Yeah, I put fucking countless fucking holsters in toaster oven. Like 3 or 4, maybe 4 or 5 holsters I've had to put in fucking toaster oven.
Larry Vickers in the 6-hour 210.
Yeah, that SIG is 100% USA made, so I'm 100% not interested. Like, that's like 100% garbage. If it, I mean, dude, it's I guess because no one really cares, but the official like West German one, or I think that's a Swiss gun. I'm not even sure. Those things are like thousands and thousands of dollars online.
Yo, is it me or fucking Larry Vickers got some small ass hands? Well, that fucking gun is huge.
He's like Donald Trump.
Huge.
Here's Trumpster. Shit. I know. It's hard, right? Yeah. I've had 4.7 lights before. I gave a really nice one to my mom, and that fucking shit exploded in her purse. She just threw it in the garbage. I was so mad. I was like, why did you throw it in the garbage? And I was like, I would have sent that shit right back to them and got a new light. That shit was like a $60 light. And I think it was the battery. Like the battery started leaking inside the light. And that was it. But what's up on the Daily Show, man? I missed this shit.
Stuff.
You listen?
Yeah.
Yeah, national parks and shit. How many people died and shit?
I know, right? This shit is dangerous. National parks? I don't know about national parks. I know, like, a state park. When I first moved down here, a woman was jogging in a state park, got kidnapped, raped, and killed by a weirdo who lived in the park or whatever. But we got Carrie in the park too. I kind of like the Hudson, man. It's growing on me though. I just wish that fucking rail was like weird or something, like they did something different with that dust cover. But if that's how the mechanism works or whatever, it'll be all right. But I'm sure it shoots slick as fuck. It's the other thing is it doesn't have any roll pins, which is always sweet.
Oh shit! California snafu releases personal information about nearly 4,000 gun safety instructors. They fucked up.
What happened?
I'll send you the link. There you go, Moon.
All right.
Hello?
Hey, hey.
Hey. I just had to tell someone I voted for Hillary. So it's all right. It's all good, man. We're good. Kick them when they're up, kick them when they're down.
You know you voted for these nuts.
Shit, dude. I wish I voted for Hillary. Was the obvious choice, man, because if she would have won, Gun Channel's membership would have tripled, man. We would have had interesting chats every night. People panicking, panic buying shit. You know what I'm saying? Like on there asking about what AR to buy and blah blah blah. That's what it would have been.
It would have been like a great resource for panic buying propaganda.
No ammo on the shelf, nothing.
We would. I bet you money we would have had girls. We would have had girls in these chats, man. If she won, we would have had hot chicks in the chats, man. Instead, Trump won. Everyone don't give a fuck no more about guns. Everyone's just, bored.
Everybody can go back into zombie mode. Watch.
SHOT Show looks like a fucking, bunch of weirdo guns. I don't know. I'm just fucking around. I don't fucking know. Jump back in the car, go to this fucking other grocery shop, go home, get some cold cuts, max out, chill, watch my little box, my little pirate box, and
Cold cuts? Cold cuts today?
yeah, man, cold cuts, bro. They're really efficient. Like turkey breasts, sliced turkey breasts, shit like that. Heard Obama pardon Taxstone. Thank God. Give him that part. I hope Obama pardons Taxstone. This is ridiculous.
Obama's gonna start doing some dumb shit pretty soon.
Obama's like, I'm gonna do a farewell address speech. I'm gonna go rent a stadium out and do a farewell speech. My final farewell speech. Fucking, I think that shit was like 45 minutes or something. Dude, I was just curious, so I googled like George Bush Jr.'s like farewell speech. It was 10 minutes. It's like 5 minutes. His farewell speech was like 5 minutes, and it was done in the White House. And then
Cause I gotta take a shit.
Are you taking a shit right now?
Nah,
Oh, you
George
meant
Bush was
George
like,
Bush,
dude,
yeah,
let's
George
make this
Bush.
10 minutes. I gotta take a shit.
Yeah, he was more like, you guys hate the shit out of me, so there's not a lot to talk about because you hate me. Obama's like, you guys really love me, really love me. Like, I'll sit here for fucking an hour and talk shit about how awesome I am.
And I stayed there for an hour.
Yeah, it was fucking sad, man. Sad state of affairs, man. No one, everyone's depressed and crying and shit. He's not my president type shit.
We're all gonna die.
I know, right? It's fucking ridiculous. Can't wait, dude. I can't wait, man. It's gonna be liberal internment camps, all types of shit. It's gonna be fucking awesome. You'll get to visit your relatives. You'll get to visit your relatives at their camps, but you can't talk politics with them or nothing like that.
They said there's gonna be 90 protests happening that day.
Oh my God! Someone posted up, dude. My friend needs a job so bad, and he's in the D.C. area, and
Get paid to protest Trump.
$2,500 a day or something, or $2,500 for like 2 days.
Whoa! I need to get down there.
Hey, yo, can I borrow some money so I can go get a job?
Dude, that shit would be fucking awesome, dude. All you gotta do is get out there screaming "fuck Trump" and all this shit, and you'll meet some chicks too, man. They're dumb as fucking rock. So all you gotta do is tell a chick you voted for fucking Bernie, and then at the last minute you're pressured into voting for Hillary by your liberal friends, but deep down inside you wanted Elizabeth Warren, and boom, you're golden, bro. You're in there.
I don't want to get arrested though.
Where in DC?
Hell yeah,
Dude, they're not arresting anti-Trumpers, dude. Fucking no way.
they will.
Hell no.
Fucking Trump gets sworn in there, but get the fuck out of here.
Nah, no way. Didn't someone throw a fucking egg at Bush? I remember that shit. I think someone threw an egg at Bush's car when he got his inauguration day, because don't forget, he stole the election from Al Gore, you remember? So everyone was fucking upset.
Yeah, but he also got shoes thrown at his ass. Fucking sandals.
Yeah, someone threw his shoes at him, huh?
He went to Matrix on them motherfuckers though.
That was disrespectful, man. So whoever threw that shoe, I forgot where he was. He was like in Iraq or somewhere. That first shoe should have came at Bush, and that second shoe should have been dropped on the floor after they fucking filled that guy the fuck in, dude. You know, that shouldn't have happened. that second shoe could have been a fucking knife or something, dude. You know what I mean? Like, you throw a shoe at the president, and then you take off your other shoe, and then I remember Bush was like, "It's all right, it's all right," and he was like smirking and shit. That shit was funny as fuck, dude. Bush was like, "Oh no, it's all right," and then he ducked the one shoe, and then he ducked the other one.
Fucking the Matrix on that shit.
Yep. Still, I would have been like, afterwards, though, no, why didn't you shoot that fucker, dude? What's up? If I was Bush, I would have told Secret Service, like, we need to talk, because that guy threw a shoe at me, and he lived, and then he threw another shoe at me, and he lived. So I want to know why you didn't shoot that guy.
Is that guy still locked up or what?
No, I don't think so. Maybe it was like in Egypt or something. So maybe their government was like, "Oh, that guy, he's going away.
Probably a bomb just came out of nowhere, out of the sky.
He's doing a bid. He's doing a 4 to 6.
I'll be right back.
Peace out. Nice. What's up with Jack in the Box? You guys got Jack in the Box out there?
Yeah, I hardly go, dude.
Okay. What about In-N-Out Burger?
We got In-N-Out. I'd rather eat at In-N-Out though.
Okay. We had a Fat Burger down in Atlanta when I first moved here.
Never had a Fat Burger.
Yeah, Fat Burger was alright. Carl's Jr. We got that. We got Hardee's here. But,
We got both.
A lot of SHOT Show people were in LA or whatever talking about fucking In-N-Out. In-N-Out must be good, man.
Yeah, the burgers are good, but everybody always tastes the fries though. I don't care. They taste good though. Get that animal style and shit.
Yeah. I'm hungry shit, dude.
We got Del Taco too.
Oh yeah, we got Del Taco here. Polo Loco. We had Polo Loco everywhere. I don't think there's a lot of them left, but man, I was so excited. I see a fast food Mexican place with nothing but Mexicans eating there. I was like super excited. I was like, if they're eating there, the Mexicans at Del Taco or no?
Now, if there's a Mexican restaurant and nobody's there, don't fucking eat there.
Oh no, I'm saying I want to. If there's a Mexican restaurant with nothing but white people there, I don't want to eat there. That's what I mean. I would pull up on Polo Loco, and it was like 90% of the people eating there were Mexicans.
Yeah, because nobody wants
With
to
their
fucking
fam-
cook.
Yeah, with their families and shit. It's probably, it might even be cheaper. I don't know. They have like a special. So I
My
was
mom every
like, what?
my mom every Friday she used to take us out on just to go eat. Every
Yeah,
2
I
weeks.
dated a
It was pretty
Mexican
good.
chick one time, man. And
I just
she
ordered.
was so Mexican. She had to fucking. They would like grill a fucking jalapeno, one of those green peppers. It wasn't a jalapeno or something.
Serrano
Like a, yeah, I don't know. It was like a long green thing, and she just.
and the thin.
Oh, she grilled this shit. Like, her mom would grill it for dinner. Like, whatever the dinner was. Like, rice, beans, chicken, meat, whatever. And then there'd be, like, these grilled fucking peppers. And you'd kind of just chew on them. Like, as, like, a, I don't know, like a snack or something. While you were
They're like
eating.
bell peppers.
Yeah, no, they were long and skinny.
Oh, they're Serranos.
Yeah. And she would just bite on that shit. Like, okay. Like, have a piece of meat, have some regular, it's like fucking awesome.
That's my dad. That's what he does.
Yeah.
You always have to have like fucking salsa or something there that's spicy.
Yeah, something spicy just to bite on, like the fucking shit is fun.
They got like my mom always makes a mortar and pestle with chili.
Yeah,
She makes a little salsa. It's called almolcajete.
nice.
Who honked at you?
I don't know. I'm gonna tell him I'm not the one or the two, bro. I'm not the one or the two.
What you ordered, Moon?
Let me get a number 11
What?
with.
What did you order?
2 big gluten-filled pizzas.
Let me get a number 11. I miss Girk, man. When Girk was in these chats late night.
Still comes around once in a while.
He dropped out.
Oh.
Hey, what's the toppings on the pizzas?
I told my girl to get 1 plain and 1 whatever. So I don't
One
know what
plain?
the other one's a surprise. Yeah, I like plain.
Just pure cheese?
Yeah. I like it all, but I like plain too.
I like it with all the bell peppers and stuff like that, but except for anchovies, that's just nasty.
Yeah, I don't like them.
I go for seafood banana pizza. That's just nasty.
Yep.
I just had to run somebody off the fucking road, man. Honking their horn at me and shit. I was like, no way, bro.
Did you pull out your piece?
Nah. Oh, dude, someone the other day, dude, I was so fucking tempted to fucking use my firearm, dude. This fucking drone just flies up on my car, like right by my fucking driver's side when my window was down, and the fucking drone's like right there, and it's fucking filming me, dude. And I started giving it the finger, and it was coming closer and shit. It was a DJI Phantom. I don't know if they have the speaker on there, but I could hear laughter, and I was like, oh, so the pilot, whoever's flying this fucking drone is not that far away. And I'm sitting there at a red light, like, so I'm giving him, like, double fingers and shit. And then I was like, what if I just shot this fucking drone right now? That would be the funniest shit ever, man. The person I was with was like, man, you should have just thrown the fucking, I keep, like, a thing of, like, breath savers or chewing gum or something in my car. Like,
Yeah.
I was gonna, and then I was like, fuck, you're right. If I would have thrown that shit at the drone, I'm positive I would have hit it. And, what can they do? Fucking file charges? Like, oh, you assaulted my fucking drone? I don't even think you're supposed to be flying that shit like that. You know what I mean? Like, at a red light, like, coming up on cars like that with your fucking $800 piece of shit drone.
You should, like, just keep a fire extinguisher in your car and shoot that at it.
Seriously, I'm gonna fucking do it, man. I'm gonna get on eBay. I'm gonna get a fucking what are they called? Paintball guns or something?
Yeah.
Next time that shit happens, I'm gonna shoot that fucking thing with a paintball gun. Because they're breaking the fucking law. I'm almost positive. They're not supposed to be flying that shit on a fucking street. You know what's funny? They were so like on my dick when I was giving them the fingers and shit. When the red light turned green, they almost got hit by a truck. You know what I mean? Like, it was so funny. Like, shit. Like, I'm like, all right, the light turned green, I'm out. And then I see them, they're focused on me with the camera. So they didn't see the fucking truck coming. And they're like, oh, shit. I guess, like, you know, he looked. Anyway, that's not safe. That's not cool. Fuck drones, idiots like that, dude.
Oh, now they gotta register them to the FAA.
Yeah, I heard that. But I think only if you're, like, making money with it or something, you need to get a pilot's license or something.
Nah, everybody.
Well, not that motherfucker, dude. He's there trying to film fuckers at red lights like a retard. I should have fucking definitely thrown something at it. I was just like, I was thinking afterwards, like if I threw something at it and hit it, like on the propeller or something, and it stopped, he could have like went out of control and like hit me in the fucking head or something. He was super close to my car. That's why I wouldn't have had a problem. Like if I was in the middle of Texas or something in the woods, I would have shot that motherfucker, man. Fuck you and your drone, man. Fucking playing with these fucking drones, man.
That's why I need one of those fucking shotguns. The
My
NFA,
truck gun.
non-NFA shotgun.
That's what's fucked up.
they
Is my
call it?
truck gun is a fucking Ruger LCP, man. It's just the wackest truck gun in the world. I don't have a truck. So I don't own a truck, but I have a truck gun. And then my truck gun is a Ruger LCP.
Why go with such a small gun for your truck gun? Why not go for a full-size pistol?
Because the shit is like I paid like $189 for it, so like I'm not worried about if my car gets stolen or something. Like, they can have that shit.
Oh, fair enough. Also, how's it going, guys?
Hey, what's up? Honestly, it fits in my coin compartment, and then it's awesome because people run up on my car and they're like, "Hey, man, can I get $1?" And I just hit that button on my coin thing, and I'm like, all I got is this, man.
Get a fucking net gun.
I'm just kidding.
I've got a couple pieces of copper in here, if you know.
Yeah, 380 is the man stopper, dude.
Yeah. No, I mean, I don't really have room to talk because my car gun. Well, I mean, I got the shotgun in the trunk, but like as far as my rapid response car gun is a little 38 snub, so I don't really have room to say shit. So, although I guess 38 is probably a step up from 380, though.
Oh yeah, it's a step up from a lot of stuff. Speaking of coins, I just got all the coins out of my car. I'm gonna run that shit on one of these coin machines.
I love those machines, man.
Oh man.
Yeah, this shit's counting. Counting. See how much change I got. Oh shit, I'm balling, dude. I'm going to SHOT Show.
Make that money, man.
Look at that.
That's like a whole box of 9mm right there.
Yeah. It's cool. That was all in my car.
You know, I thought I had been saving up all my coins and stuff to do basically this. I opened up my my safe that I had all the coins kept in, and I noticed that the coin jar is completely empty. I look at my fiance, I'm like, what the hell? Do you know what happened to all the coins? She goes, oh yeah, I've been using them to pay for the bus fare. You didn't want those, right? Like, they were just coins. I'm like, oh my fucking God.
Keep it down the side here, sir. This bitch.
Well, I mean, you know, it is what it is. Like, it was money that we had. So if it was going to go to something, her getting to work is, probably better than me buying a box of 357 or something like that. But still, it would have been nice to have been told.
Anything in the news lately?
What's that?
Is there anything in the news?
Well, I mean, not really. Most people are talking about the inauguration. I mean, we could really, any of the gun news is going to be what is showing up at SHOT Show. I mean, we could beat the dead horse that is the HPA and national reciprocity, but realistically, I don't think that's actually going to have anything new to be said about for a couple of months, because I don't think that's going to go anywhere until Trump has been inaugurated. He's been in office for a little while, and people can be like, okay, now things are calming down. There's not so much like scrutiny on everybody. Now we can start talking about doing this stuff. Because I think that even with a Republican-controlled House and Senate and Trump in office, which I'm not a big Trump fan, but still, even with Republicans controlling everything, I still think most of them are going to be a little bit gun-shy when it comes to actually passing any kind of legislature, just because we already have all the liberal media and liberal culture has been so vehemently like outspoken about everything happening. I think a lot of people won't want to give them any more ammunition, if you'll excuse the bad pun.
Because I just turned it on and said Russia, Trump, never mind.
What's that?
I just turned it on and it said Russia, then it said Trump, inauguration, and I just turned it off.
Yeah. That's basically all anyone's going to be talking about.
Oh yeah, that sexual scandal he's getting charged for.
Yeah, all anyone's going to be talking about right now is the inauguration or the repealing of the ACA. That's all that anyone's going to be mentioning. Also, your mic seems like a little muffled. You might want to try moving it away from your mouth a little bit.
It's kind of fucked up. Is that better?
Yeah, it's much better. Really, Bush Senior's in the hospital, so is his wife. I did see I did see a thing that was talking about how they knew they weren't going to get to the inauguration because they had medical problems, but I thought that was just like some fucking clickbait Photoshop stuff. Evidently, that's like real.
He probably said to his wife, "You want to go? Nah, let's just go to the hospital or just say that we don't want to go."
Looked at George W. and we're like, all right, so what you're going to do is you're going to give us poison. It's cool. The country already hates you. They can't get any worse.
Yeah, that was weird.
Yeah, I'm trying to decide what my next gun's going to be because I'm kind of caught between three options: a Bolt 270, a Lever 3030, or I've got a stripped lower lying in my gun safe that I haven't done anything with. I'm thinking about building that up into a 5.56 pistol, but I'm not sure. I kind of don't want to spend too much money right now. I'm still kind of hurting from the holidays. But the itch has not been scratched in a very long time.
You said you wanted a 30-30?
Yeah, I only have one lever gun right now, which is a Henry 22. This is a fun little gun, but like I'd like a lever gun that I can actually like take out and do shit with. And I'm kind of stuck right now between going 357 or 30-30. The 357, I've already got a 357 revolver. We got a Model 65 rather. So like that would be cool because it'd have the ammo commonality. But I can't find one for less than like $500 anywhere near me. And even online, they're like $450, which after I pay for shipping and the transfer fee, it's going to be about the same anyway. But Marlin 30-30s right now, or Rossi 30-30s right now, are going for like I want to say 300 something.
Check that link I'll send you. It's on the site chat.
Oh, oh, that's funny. I want one for a Fallout New Vegas cosplay.
That'd be nice.
It reminds me of the Ranger Sequoias. They're 45-70 revolvers.
Yo, man, I gotta go. I'll be back. I gotta go to the store real quick.
Enjoy. Have fun.
All right, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna dip out and go make myself a cup of coffee, and then start sending Matt flowers and begging for a link for the chat later tonight. I'll see you guys around.
Yeah, it just leaves us, man. That's all, man. Just us.
Yeah,
It's just a
I was
lonely,
eating. I'm still eating.
a lonely party line.
Yep. Everybody's like, make a lobby.
Yeah, make a
We
lobby.
want
I want to
lobby.
hear
We
Dave.
want lobby.
You want to hear DB just fucking ranting in his car in traffic. I wanted to jump in and vent, man, about SHOT Show coverage not being not what I'm paying for. You know what I mean? I mean, come on, man. I gave you guys good money. Oh no, I didn't. Kickstarter. The fuck? I mean, Bob's. You know what I noticed? When Bob shoots a polymer gun, his fucking grip is like atrocious. But then when he shoots like a 1911 or something, it's normal. You ever notice that? Shooting
That's
video
like a revolver grip on the.
on the polymer shit. It's like he's afraid of the polymer. Like he's afraid the gun's gonna explode in his hand or something. It's weird. Stop being so scared. Because then when he, on a 1911, it looked fine. His thumb was over the thumb safety. It looked like his grip was good. And also, like when he's shooting the revolver, the tang of the beaver tail is like sitting like a half-inch above his hand, like a chick. I only see chicks shoot like that. Anyway, that's my
Whatever works for Bob.
that's my whatchamacallit, my critique of SHOT Show coverage this year. It's Bob's grip. Bob's grip looked crazy, man. Sorry. Can't fight that. Can't. PubScript.
Robbie said you need to get counter drone.
A counter drone? That would be dope.
Didn't they have one of them drone guns? Is that what it was called? Counter drone?
I didn't know.
It's like a rifle. It's like an AR lower with a big drone killing upper.
I had no idea. Now I'm at the supermarket just eating shit. Like, you ever go to the supermarket and just eat shit? Just open shit up and eat it?
No.
It's pretty. My dad used to do it when I was a kid, and I'd be super embarrassed. Like, Dad, you have to pay for that. I'm like, no, I'm gonna pay for it later. I'm gonna pay for
empty container up to the register.
No, don't worry about that. We'll get to that part later. I'm fucking starving. Yep. I saw someone do a video on Glock, and they were like at media day, and they're like, "Yeah, this is our Glock 43. It's been a really big seller for us." Like, it's so funny. They show up with old guns.
Yeah. That's all they have?
We had a 43 and some MOS guns. And they were like, yeah, we show up with some old ass guns and shoot the shit. You want to shoot them? Let's go.
There's so many distributor exclusives now with them. Now Davidson's has this thing called, it's like stainless steel and forest green or some shit.
Yeah. I saw that. I saw Tac Daddy posted up a photo of like him in like Little Red Danger or something, and it said, "I promise, like no more. This is like one of the only selfies or something that I'm gonna put up there." And I typed in like, "So it begins," like shot show selfie show or something, and he put back, he said, "You can't fucking read" or something. I guess I'm not the only one.
Tac Daddy.
I guess I'm not the only one, dude. That's what I'm trying to say is that other people must have been fed with the selfies from last year. So that's why he even typed that shit. You know what I mean? Last year's selfie shit was out of control, man. Like, you literally flew there to fucking take pictures with people. Like, say, hey, I bumped into this guy, bumped into this guy.
I want to take a picture with that new Trump wax statue.
Where's that at? A shot?
I don't know.
I'll make out with that motherfucker.
I just saw it on Facebook.
I'll straight up tongue kiss that shit. I'll straight up suck that motherfucker's dick. Wax statue. Dude, there's a traveling wax statue of fucking Donald Trump at SHOT Show, man.
That would be awesome.
That would be dope. Like Pipe Hitters Union. That shit was funny too, man. You saw they put up the ad or whatever that they did, and it's like, it's almost like, is it on in a fucking photo ad? You know what I'm saying? Like, it says they're already here, like, and then there's like news reports on their ad that's like, it's like buildings are on fire and like there's ads. Not ads, like newspaper articles in the background, like faded out, and it's like, you know, ISIS is in America, like they're here, the terrorists are here, and it's Mookie and the dude from NSR holsters and some other guys I don't know, and they're all geared the fuck up. Like, did you see that shit?
I don't think so.
Anyway, they all had hair gel. Like everyone's hair was like perfectly gelled, and I just wrote in like, oh, they're here. Like, you better call in, team fucking SEAL team fucking hair gel or whatever the fuck it was.
Yeah, I did see that.
Yeah,
Was that on range day? Or
that was like a poster they did.
oh,
And I think they put the ad in Recoil.
I said, what?
So, and they're just like, I don't know what the fuck. Piper's Union is like a t-shirt company. So they don't have like they don't make guns or nothing. I think Spikes makes a fucking Pipe Hitters edition or something. But I just thought that shit was funny as fuck, dude. You're gonna do an ad like that, like where like it's war or something in the streets, and you're out there, and everyone's fucking hair is gelled up like that, looking good. You gotta look good to fight ISIS.
Tori posted like a depressing picture.
I know, like, I'm out here emotional, scared, lonely, missing you. But I'm here for your fucking stupid selfies. There's like, dude, there's no one's that. She almost might as well have said that. She's like, I'm out here, like, I got my war paint on or something. Like, bring on the fucking selfies. That's pretty funny.
Yep.
Sorry. Yep. I'm telling you, that girl. Someone was like, "Oh, that girl's ugly." The girl from Terran Tactical, Jade or whatever, Baby Jade or something like that. The brat, they call her.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I don't know what they're smoking. Like, she's not ugly, man.
Let me see.
She's all right, man.
Look her up.
She's in all the videos with like Keanu and shit.
She's got her own Instagram.
Uh-huh. It's like I think it's Jade or something. And just go to Terran Tactical, and she's in every one of their videos. It's funny because she just got there and couldn't shoot for shit, and now she's burning it fucking down.
She in that video with that guy from My Name is Earl.
Probably. She's got like red hair, like dyed. She was dyeing her hair like red or purple or some shit.
Yeah. They're smoking crack.
Yeah, she's fine, dude. I don't know, fuck. But then someone was in one of these chats. Someone was like, "Oh, who's your like favorite gun bunny or something?" I guess she's not even really a gun bunny because she's a shooter. Man.
Jade Struck.
Anyway, there's a photo of her and Tori. Oh man, I'd definitely take her over Tori. That's what Terran Tactical's at the Glock booth, right? He's got the Combat Master and a photo of like John Wick. And
Yeah. I saw it.
yeah. Yes, sir.
Back when me and Flippy figured out what gun it was,
Mm-hmm.
it was like the base model was 950.
Oh, for the combat?
Yeah, and as soon as that price drop, or as soon as that trailer dropped for the second one, it went up like the day after to 1150.
Oh yeah.
10.
I don't think they were ever 9. Well, I mean, 950 seems low to me even. But,
Well, you have to go to the website and put all the additions you want on it,
yeah.
and it adds up. Like the one that he got that John Wick uses is probably like 1,300.
Sorry, I thought for sure he had an RMR in the gun. I thought he had an RMR in the video, in the trailer, but
It'll be John Wick 3. We'll have like a 19 with a comp and an RMR.
he'll be fucking. His code name will be Roland. That's what's funny, man. It's fucking, check out this new Hollow Sun like RMR. Like you're gonna mill your fucking gun for a Hollow Sun? You're on fucking crack, man. I don't know what else to tell you. It doesn't even make sense if you bought an MOS. No, like if you had a.
What about if you bought like a lone slide?
I don't
and had it
understand
milled
it.
into that?
They said MSRP is like $400, so
Yeah.
that's crazy. You get an RMR for $480, $450. They got a lifetime warranty, so you could buy a used one for like $3 something. And who cares? Yep. People are crazy, man. I'm gonna buy that. Save like $40 and buy a fucking Hollow Sun.
Nobody uses that EOTech, that mini EOTech.
I don't know. I thought there's a new aim point coming out, but it ain't out yet. And it's like in Europe. It's supposed to be like an RMR competitor. But I would try that. Out here, man. Munched on fucking almonds and cashews. Yeah.
I'm looking at some weird aim point right now on Google, but it's like retarded.
I forgot. I saw that shit on it's like Primary and Secondary's website or whatever. I mean, not their their Facebook group. And it was on like a European. They just won like a European contract. It might even been a SIG. I don't know what the gun was. Probably wasn't a SIG. But like a HK or something. Anyway, pretty funny shit.
This one is called the Aimpoint Nano Mini Red Dot sight.
Yeah, that might be the one.
Okay, just the way they have it mounted on this, whatever the fuck gun that's
Yeah.
supposed to be, looks like weird.
Yeah.
But I guess it's just that little thing.
Yeah, because Doug will fucking mill it. I don't think he cares. That guy at ATI, I don't think he gives a fuck what you send him. You can send him an NC Star. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It's funny
Still
though.
paying for that shit.
I don't know. It looks a little chunky.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Fourth grade teacher won't let her students watch the inauguration. Oh,
That's funny. I was saying, like, when I was in, like, 4th grade or something, that was when, the space shuttle blew up. That's fine. That's fine.
Challenger.
Remember that shit? It was, I don't know, you're probably younger than me, but
The
that
Challenger.
shit blew up
yeah.
right in the fucking, right. We were watching that shit in class. Like, the teacher rolled in the TV.
Uh-huh.
And they were like, all right, well, back to math or whatever the fuck. That was so crazy. Nowadays, they would have rushed you into a fucking safe space. Thank you. No, that's fine. Yeah, that's fucking weird shit. Dude, so many people are like being banned and shit. Like the bands that are playing there are getting in trouble and get like there was a Bruce Springsteen cover band and they were gonna play at the inauguration and then I think Bruce Springsteen or somebody was like someone emailed them like don't you fucking dare don't even think about it because they have to get licensed like for permission to be a cover band I guess to be official.
Yeah.
And yeah, nope.
It's pretty funny.
Yeah, it's like total intolerance, man. Total intolerance. I don't know. My friend just posted on her Facebook, like, there's something funny about Trump being stupid. Like when Trump was like, "No, I'm not answering your question. You're fake news." Like next or whatever. She posted that shit on her Facebook, and she lost like 4 friends. Like friends she's like off Facebook, but people she knew, like for real. Like, and then they would leave like weird comments, like, I thought I thought so much better of you. She didn't say she voted for him or nothing. All she did was like post that clip of him snapping, Anyway, people are fucking sensitive little bitches, man.
Yep.
I got an idea. We don't ever have to talk about shit like that. Zippo. A bunch of heavy ass shit, dude. I hate that shit. You go to the fucking grocery store and it's like all bottles and water and heavy juice. I got orange juice. I'm fucking myself now, man. I'm gonna carry all this shit upstairs. Anyway.
You need like a building shopping cart.
Yeah. They got a beer called Dad Bod. You watched that that primary and secondary thing I posted up there with the yeah. With about the ballistics. I know it was a fucking long show. It was like 3 hours long.
Nah, I didn't watch it.
But you don't have to watch all, 3 hours. I think they split it up. Hey. It was good though.
Did they show any X-rays and shit like that?
No, that guy Doc Roberts is like he was a doctor in the Army, and then they put him in charge of like some Letterman program where he was in charge for the Army of doing like ballistic tests. And they had tons of money in testing, and like he was just going off and testing stuff. And then, like in the early 2000s, he started just leaking whatever information from the tests on forums. And I guess people who knew he was for real. And he eventually like had on almost every single forum, like there was a Doc Roberts like official ammo like picks or something. What you should carry from Doc Roberts, like this, and he had everything: 5.56, 7.6, 308, 9mm, 3.8, like there's so many different calibers and shit and brands. So to have him on a show was like epic, you know what I mean? Because like his name's been floating around there forever.
Yeah.
And you never, it's like a mysterious guy. I don't even know if that's his real name. But at one point he's like, "Man, I operate on people's faces, man." He's like, I've never operated on so many people, like 380 just bouncing off people's faces. It's just like, that dude rolling, going off like, "What should I do, man?" I carry though because he carries a 380 sometimes, ankle carry or something. I was like, "Man, I don't know." Dude kept saying like, "I'll just in the eyeball, just put one in the eyeball." He's like, "Is that okay, Doc? Is that okay?" And he's like, "Well, I guess if you can, like, why not?" That was a good one though.
He probably can. He probably just fucking shove it in your eye before you knew it and pull the
That
trigger.
shit's so funny.
Yeah,
Man. I guess basically Doc was just like, dude, don't even try for the head, man. Like, don't even try it. Like, yeah,
bounces off.
yeah, he's like, don't even try it. I've operated on more and more people. That shit just bounces right the fuck off. That other guy on the chat is awesome too. Yeah, please. I forgot his name. Chuck Haggard or something. It's like a SWAT guy. He's kind of famous in the forums or whatever. Like smart guy. He has a lot of information, firsthand knowledge and shit. Yeah, that's fine. Thank you. Yeah, it was a good one. Basically, at one point, that guy was just like, that guy Chuck was like, if you're carrying a 43 or a shield or something small like that, and HST or Gold Dot or whatever, just you can do 147 grain. It's like, it should actually make sense. And I was listening to that chat, and they didn't even, I don't even think they addressed it, but they didn't address it. But it was like, Gold Dot, oh no, HST just came out with a micro pistol line for 9mm, and
Yeah.
it's a 147 grain, or I think it's 150. It's like a 150 grain HST round, specifically for like a 43 or a shield or something like that. So, if they think so too, you know. That guy Chuck was talking about straight up shootings he's seen, his department.
Was that shit supposed to burn faster, so it like pushes that, burns all the powder?
Well, the powder, yeah, I'm sure the powder is different. And the micro lines, like on the Spear Gold Dot, short barrel, 38 and shit like that, or when anytime it says short barrel, it was like, you can read like, oh, I read like the basic difference is the powder, like it's a quicker burning powder, low flash powder.
And the 150 grain price slows the projectile down enough to give it time to burn it all.
Yeah. Yeah, he was ripping apart shit like the RIP and laser safety slugs and any kind of super light, super fast bullshit, like just total bullshit. Yeah. It was good.
Fucking UMC or
any of that stuff, yeah. He's like, he's like, what we're seeing is the shit doesn't penetrate through an arm, through a sideways shot, through anything, whatever the fuck. He operated on people. The one guy, that guy Chuck, his department dealt with a police officer. I think it was like a shot with the RIP, that RIP shit, and yeah, they're just not impressed with any of that stuff. I mean, we knew that stuff, but they started talking about that shit. I watched that shit. It was super good. I'm already on that shit though. I mean, like, I don't. All my carry ammo is Gold Dot or fucking HST. So, but for my 43 or my shield now that I got the shield and the 43, I'm thinking about selling one. I was trying to do 124 plus P in those guns, thinking the plus P part would like make up for velocity loss of that barrel length.
Yeah.
But they're saying you don't. It's like nothing. It's like zero. The difference is almost zero. Just go heavy, because also the recoil is the 147s don't kick as bad. So.
So it's usually slower.
I got a couple hundred of them. That was my prepping. I was like, prepping for ammo shortages that never happened because of Obama and shit. White meat chicken.
Get the Gold Dot because my range is in the pocket of big Gold Dot.
He was saying something about the Gold Dot too. I have never even seen that shit for sale, but I know what's his face did a test, right? Like, seeing out those 9 maybe,
Yeah.
and that shit was a super fail.
Yeah.
And it wasn't just him. I think other departments were reporting the same fails, like it's fail. And then I think they recalled a whole bunch and redid it and whatever. But
For the G2?
yeah, like there was a
Yeah.
recall or a redesign.
Yeah, I never got that shit. I got standard 124 grain and 124 plus P.
Yep.
Yeah, I got a ton of that shit. 'Cause it's like $24 for 50 rounds.
The only time I'm like cycling, I shoot the shit at the range, but like my carry ammo.
If I had it a long time. But anytime I chamber around, chamber it a couple of times, like 3 or 4 times, I'm done. That shit goes in a box. I'll shoot that shit later.
I need one of them new G43 ETS extendos.
I don't know. There's some bad. You said your ETS are fine, right?
Yeah.
I've had read forum posts and people are going on and on about that shit. Well, maybe it was the Magpul mags. Either way, like, bad experience. I get sketched out.
Yeah, I wouldn't carry them, but for the range.
Oh.
If you want to just sit there and shoot your 43 and I guess however many rounds they make that extendo, I don't know. It's more than the factory.
I really want to try that Tango Down Vickers thing. But, I don't know.
It works.
You got
I
one?
use that a lot. Yeah, the +2 one. I don't know if he has a +1. I didn't see one, so I didn't buy it.
Oh, I thought it was +2.
Yeah, it's like flush and goes straight with the grip, so it's like ergonomically consistent with the gun. And it doesn't stick out too bad, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I've been appendix carrying mine anyway when I carry it. It's small and it doesn't bother me as much.
It's like one of the only guns I feel comfortable doing that shit. Even my shield's too big. Like, my shield's just a little bit bigger.
Yeah, I was looking at them Hackathorn sites, and then I went to Ameriglow.com, and they have like the Spartan Tactical, or I think they were called Hackathorn
Yeah. I don't think they're
LEO
as
models.
I don't think these are as good as the HDs, but they're half the price. I don't really need the tritium in the rear. I mean, look, put it like this: if the red circle around the tritium lamp glue in the dark, glue. If that glowed in the dark, I don't even know if that's a word. Anyway, you know what I mean? The HD's fucking. You hit that fucking HD with a flashlight, and that fluorescent orange ring is glowing like it's glow in the dark, man.
Yeah.
And I don't think any of the Ameriglows do that. So that's definitely a big difference.
The cap sites do that. I don't know if that orange paint does, but their yellow paint definitely does.
And that's the other thing. The HD is not paint. It's like a
Yeah, it's like
like
a plastic
it's like
insert.
a fluorescent polymer, right?
Yeah.
Because I hate the paint. The paint always gets chipped off, gets old. Cleaning solvents and shit will
Yeah,
take
yeah,
it off. I fucking hate the paint. But for a 40, 42, 43, I would pay 50 something bucks for that shit. That's good enough for me anyway. And low light, like like dim light. Oh my god, that front sight does pop the fuck out, dude. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it is awesome. I hate the fucking HD. Honestly, hate the HDs, man. I know you're like, oh, you're supposed to file them off. Like, dude, if I hit someone, I could cut someone's fucking head off with those sights. You know
Yeah,
what I mean? Like, dude.
I don't carry my PPQ, so it doesn't bother me.
Mm-hmm.
But that's what kept me from putting them on my Glocks, because of everybody complaining after I had seen Mac complain about his on his VP9.
Yeah. I don't think it matters, like fat, skinny, or whatever. That thing is sharp. And if I sit in the car with it, which I carry the 19 sometimes, like, and yeah, that shit will just, if it gets in the right spot, and it starts poking you, dude, it's sharp. It's fuck, man. And I don't know if I'm a big fan of the Unox either. Like, I just love that fucking red front circle, and the fact that it glows in the dark. Like, you hit it with a flashlight before you go to bed, that shit's glowing almost all night. It glows for like 4 hours, or 5 hours.
Yeah, I got a yellow one. It's like the HK dock sights.
Oh yeah. I think the
This thing's
Hudson's come.
bright as fuck when you charge them.
Oh yeah. That's true. Some people were saying they'd rather have those than tritium because you just charge them. You go into a movie theater. Well, that's what sucks. You gotta charge them. But when you do, they're fucking bright as fuck. Way brighter than tritium would ever be for at least the first hour.
Yeah.
But I think these Ameriglos are alright. The HD, I know it's a pretty fucking it's a pretty high sight, almost like suppressor height. I was wondering if they should come out with an HD sight without the fucking U-notch, because I know that bothers people, the U-notch. It doesn't bother me that much, but
No, it doesn't bother me. I have it on 2 guns now because of that Vickers. The rear is a U-notch, and the HDs are a U-notch.
mm-hmm.
I don't have a problem with it. I don't mind it. Then again, I don't mind it the other way either.
Yeah.
So it doesn't really matter. Yeah, I think I'm gonna get those ones, the Hackathon ones you got for 60.
Oh,
I
the
seen them for
42
67 at Optics Planet.
Nah, go on Amazon. The price changes on Amazon all the time, but
Oh yeah.
I paid $59. And go on eBay too. I noticed that people on eBay are like, sometimes it's cheaper. I don't know. Like even Optics Planet. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But for a 43 or a 42, I think that's pretty much awesome. The for a 19, I don't know what I would do. I got one. Now my 19 has a fucking RMR and shit, but the other one I has Dawson Precision sights, and I got a third 19, which I'm always thinking about selling, and that has the HDs. So I'm not sure how much longer I'm going to keep them shits. It's my Austrian Proof Mark one, and I think I kind of need money next month bad, so I was going to do, the Austrian Proof Marks are worth like, I don't know, $100 more than a normal used Glock 19 or something. Maybe 50 to 100 more. And plus those sights are about a year old. So maybe I'll try to get like 650 or something, 7 for that fucking 19.
It's more than you paid for it.
Nah, probably because those sights were like 120 something.
Oh yeah.
And I paid like 5. So with shipping and with shipping and fucking FFL transfer. Actually, nah, yeah. I mean, you know what I mean. Like shipping and shit.
Yeah. If the
I like having 319s. I just don't. When you get a fancy schmancy one, I don't know. You need like 3 you got the ATI shit. That's 3 Glocks right there that in cost.
Yeah.
So. I fucking carry that shit sometimes too, so I'm not afraid to scratch it. I'm fucking definitely nightstanding that shit for home defense. They're showing a nightstand.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to carry mine with the comp and everything.
I wouldn't do the. I mean, I can't do the comp, dude. I can't carry. I don't know. Maybe I could. It's just.
I don't even think it does anything.
The comp?
Yeah, I've seen.
Oh fuck yeah, it does something, but you got to shoot smoking ammo, dude. It's not going to do.
Some dudes though with no comp and the Glock shoots flat as fuck, so it's like.
Oh yeah. Well, that's what ammo are they doing? That guy Jadinsky, that guy Scott.
Light ammo.
Modern Samurai guy or whatever, Scott.
Yeah. That
guy he's got videos on YouTube. He's shooting 124 plus P or something like that. And it's ridiculous. But, that's the thing, right? He's so skilled anyway that it's probably flat for him no matter what he's doing. No matter what he's shooting. Compared to me, But, I hear you, man. No, but the comp's supposed to really just take. That's only when you don't really only notice it. They say when you're shooting super hot stuff.
Well, yeah.
I wouldn't carry that thing because honestly, it's making the fucking size of a goddamn 34, man. So that's too much.
What about?
And then I don't get all these guys on primary and secondary and shit saying that they on top of that they fucking appendix that shit. Every single one of them.
What about
with the light now?
Yeah, with the light and the comp. That's
Mhm.
crazy.
With
it's
everything.
A little crazy.
Mm-hmm.
What about just a threaded barrel with a cap on it?
I could do that. I mean, that's not a big deal. I just think
you want to put the comp on it like night.
I don't know. I just don't know.
Just
and the comp's so expensive.
Yeah.
I definitely notice the difference, man.
I think the combo is like $375 or some shit.
For the comp?
$275 maybe?
Yeah, I think $275. Okay. I see them just the regular barrels for like $160 something. But I definitely notice the difference, man. In terms of groups. Absolutely. Like people are like, oh, I don't see the difference at all. Like, I don't know. But at a certain point you start seeing that shit. And it's like half, That's funny. Did you see that shit I sent on Instagram? It's like some company, a bunch of dudes did bench rest testing on like every aftermarket barrel, and S3F was not even as accurate as the stock.
Yeah.
Okay, so you see KCAM was number 1, right? So I was so close to getting an S3F.
Blacklist was number 2, right?
Yeah, and that guy who did my stippling was like, I was telling him like KKM. He's like, I don't know. He's like, I'm telling you, I noticed like Blacklist. He's like, I use Blacklist. That's the shit. Blacklist. I'm like, oh, you get the fuck out of here. Blacklist. I'm like, that's like Instagram shit, dude. I don't know what the fuck that is. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I've heard KKM forever, and I don't know. I've never heard of Blacklist. So props to them, I guess. They fucking. And then it's so
Did
funny.
see
Like,
one of them blown in half though. There was a pic like a month ago of one.
Mhm.
It might have been the ammo, but it was pretty ridiculous.
Oh,
It was
yeah.
like from the chamber to the barrel split upward through the
that shit
slide.
is so funny, dude. Because the next day after they put that shit up on that tax swap channel,
Yeah.
dude, there were like 5 fucking S3F barrels for sale. Like, everyone's like, get the fuck out of here. Like, no, I'm selling my shit. Like, are you serious? Because half of these guys that are buying this shit probably won't know the difference anyway, you know, between a stock barrel and a KKM or whatever. So
Yep.
then these guys are like, oh yeah, my S3F's awesome. It's awesome. You know? And then they saw that and they're like, fuck out of here. I'm selling that shit. Sell that
Awesome
shit as
means
fast
then
as
I
possible.
guess it looks cool and it has dimples and it
The S3F one, I was just gonna buy the straight cheap one, dude. I would never spend extra for like tin or nothing like that. I was just gonna get the stainless steel shit, and it was really like over KKM. It was like $10 cheaper. You know what I'm saying? Like, so if you're gonna buy one, I was like, oh, should I get? I'm looking for one for my 34, so I was like, oh shit, you know. And I
Yeah,
was
same
looking, and
here.
it's like I think the S3F is like 150. And a KKM is like 165. So, damn, you know what I'm saying? You're not really saving that much. It's the same shit with these red dots. I don't understand. Like, if you're going to buy the $180 Holosun instead of the $600 aim point, I get it. But if you're buying a $400 Holosun instead of a $480 RMR, that doesn't make sense.
nope.
Yeah,
All
dude,
the
you can tell the
hardcore
difference right away,
Holosun-
too.
the
You don't
Holosun
need
fans will buy it.
those drop-ins, like, because Ralph was like, I don't know about drop, if it's match grade, how the fuck is it match grade if it's drop-in? When you drop in those KKMs, I had a Storm Lake too, so it was like that too. It is tight. Like the lockup is so fucking tight. You can tell it takes extra effort to rack the slide, like, you know?
Yeah.
So there's that. Then there's the chamber, then there's the rifling, then there's the crown or whatever they do. I don't know, it's just quality control too. That being said, that test was only 1 of 1, so that could have been a bad batch, whatever the fuck, you know what I mean? But man, to not even be as good as OEM stock, Jesus. Still, I would, if it was a stock market, if that was a stock.
Well, I guess
I'd sell it.
Glock has like a minimum or a maximum
Mhm.
spread. So
The group was like a 2.5-inch group versus, like, yeah, it was.
the KKM barrel is not going to last as long as a Glock barrel.
The rifling, nah, but we wouldn't be able to. I mean, I don't think so. I couldn't afford to shoot a barrel out.
I have to get a drink. I'll be back.
Oh god. That's the word. Oh man,
Bird.
superhero. I just went
Save me
superhero.
money then. I just need the KKM barrel. No comp.
I don't need it. I mean, it's cool, but I don't. Dude, I'm thankful. I got my shit from No, man, Dr. No, and he said he had a whole shit ton about of different barrels and shit and whatever. I mean, I could really only notice a difference out to a certain point, like 15 yards, maybe 10 yards, 15 yards. You start, but out in the bush, you know what I'm saying, like 25 yards, I'm seeing a difference, man. It's a way difference. But I can't. I'm still not very good. So when I can shoot a fucking 2-inch group, you know, I'll let you know. I can't do that yet.
I got like a 60 something with my 34 the last time I went to the range.
Oh my god, yeah. It's funny because that type of shit. If you're having a bad day, like one time, I think the best I ever did was like high 80s, like maybe, you know, like an 84 or something like that. And then the other day I went, it was like a 69. You know what I mean? Like, it could be too much coffee or what? I don't know. My eyes are tired. My patience, you know.
Yeah. Well, sometimes when you take that first shot and it's like a bullseye, or it's like close to the bullseye, or it's like you even hit the paper, then you're like, all right, I'm gonna hit the next shot.
Exactly. You get gassed up, dude. That happens to me all the time, man. And then it'll be like, whoa, I missed the fucking target. Like, what the fuck did I do? Yeah. That's what's fun about that shit. Yeah, that is fun. I give them credit for that. Actually, Steve Fisher and that guy, and those guys, like primary, secondary, but like they were doing an interview with that guy Roland, and he was talking about his night vision glasses. And he's like, you know, there's only a certain amount of hours that we can go out at night. So he's like, we meet up at like 4 and we do some classroom stuff and some shooting, and then we wait till it gets dark and we go out because of noise. We can't be out there that long anyway. But he was like, so I just started having my students shoot. He's like, shoot 25-yard bullseyes. And he's like, yeah, you should be surprised, these motherfuckers. You know what I mean? Like, it's crazy. And one student was like, why are you having us do this or something? It's like, this makes you a better human being. That's why. Get back at it. That's why. We're doing this shit so you're a better human. That teaches you like patience and I don't know, it's humbling too, man. And if you do well that day, it's fucking, you know, you feel awesome. And someone else, last time I did it, someone said something crazy to me, dude. Like, great shooting, but dude, like, would you really shoot someone at that distance? Like the guy next down was like, no, there's nothing to do with it.
What's up, everybody?
Yozers. What I felt like telling that guy is like, fuck yes. Like, yeah, fuck yeah, I would. Why not? If the motherfuckers shooting fuckers or screaming shit or whatever, why
If
not?
you have to.
Yeah, like why wait? Or either, I mean, obviously you could run, but if you had to do it. I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's a good distance to be fishing at.
Yeah, I do what Fisher was talking about on this show. He's like, I do it cold. Like, that's the first thing I do. I show up, unpack, and I do that. And I maybe do it a second time. And then if I suck, if I do great, whatever, it sets the tone for the rest of the day. You know what I mean? It sucks, but you know, if I just like shoot it horribly, I do kind of get pissed and depressed. But
It's doable, I guess. I don't know. Up in the Poconos, My dad knows this cop, and he just strolled back into the range one day and pulled out his SIG 226,
Mhm.
like unloaded the mag into one of those little Birchwood Casey
Mhm.
targets, and it was like a fist-sized group at like 20 yards, 25
Sweet,
yards.
dude. Yeah, cold is the way to go, man. Because honestly, I used to think like, if you wait to the end, you're tired, man. Like your arms are tired, your eyes are tired. I'm sick of the fucking gun blasts. You know what I mean? Like so I do it, and as soon as I get there, and then I'll do it at the end too, like one more time. Like let's see what's up. Just try to remember, like chill the fuck out. You don't have. I'm trying to go fast. I'm just trying to do it. There's no real time, but I'm not trying to sit there forever. I notice the longer I sit there, staring at the fucking front sight, and target slightly fuzzy, like front sight focus, it bothers me. I actually get worse. You know what I mean? Like I'm starting to get like a headache and shit.
Yeah. I have bad lighting in my range. Like I think there should be lighting above you, but there's not.
Yo, that's the other thing. The best I ever shot, I think, was with the light on the gun, dude. Because that's with the X300, because it blasted so much light down the 25-yard line, like it was lit. So yeah, and yeah, because it's dark down there. It's never well lit at the end of a fucking indoor range.
They have all those like slats coming down, blocking the lights, blocking the lighting.
Yeah, and they also don't expect you to shoot at that distance either, right? So
I do it because they got a rifle range, I guess.
Oh, okay. The local range here that I used to go to, they just had a fire because they were using tire backdrops, like chopped up little pieces of rubber, I guess. And some asshole was shooting tracers. So they fucking closed for the evening and came back the next day, and it was burned. The whole fucking lane was burned down, the whole range. So I went shoot. Last time I went shooting was at a 20-yard, and it's fun. At the 20, I'm ill, dude. I'm the greatest. I can shoot a fucking 90-something.
Yeah, I did get a 20.
Yeah.
That was I did 90-something.
Yep. I did like a 92. I was like, holy shit.
An extra 5 yards is like, oh, fucking bucks you up.
Oh, fuck yeah, dude. I was like, oh shit, dude. I'm nasty with it. And then all of a sudden I'm like, all right, let me shoot my little Glock 43 as fast as I can. Okay, I'm scary now. Not as good as I think I am. Although I'm better with the 43 now. I'm like, I got my finger jammed in that motherfucking trigger, like so far in there, and I'm gripped on that shit hard, two-handed grip.
So you're like pulling it with your second knuckle?
Fuck yeah, dude. Yep.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck, dude.
That's how I had to do it with my 42.
Yeah.
But it didn't correct it good enough. But yeah. That's how sometimes you gotta pull those triggers. Like
the little guns like that, yeah, fuck it. I'm trying to use the tip of my fucking finger and shit, and I can't do it at speed, man. Like, no way.
There's still like something to be said about the squeezing the trigger instead of like pressing it with the fucking whatever, pulling it straight back with the tip of your finger.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yes, sir. Oh, great. I forgot something at the grocery store. Yeah, if I had to pick just one, I think I'd go with the 43 now. I would say the Shield. The Shield is fucking awesome, but it's like an in-between. And it's just a little bit bigger. And it's a little bit heavier. But you got that extra round, But if I had to just go one tiny 9, that 43 is definitely fucking small. It's so small, I have to use the the pinky extender on the mag, or I can't even properly get that shit. You know, like grip it when I'm drawing. So it is super tiny.
What are you doing, Smeggy? Stalking us?
Who's that
Lurking?
shot show?
It's lurking.
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 What's that? I ain't stalking nobody. What you talking about?
What's up at shot show?
I don't know, but Yankee Marshall's trolling Pink.
Yeah, Yankee Marshall's like, this fucking Ashy Larry Rhino is off the chart. She got eczema.
Shoot, Larry.
That shit got eczema. Yo, your
It
revolver
does,
got
man.
eczema.
That paint or whatever, that it looks dumb.
Dude, what about he didn't even mention it, but the other one sitting next to it, it's called the Charging Rhino, and it's like, I have no fucking clue what's going on, man. Like, they're like, you know what market we need to get? The white trash market. Like, straight white trash. Like, that's who we need to sell these revolvers to. Let's do it. Hydra dip, you know?
Dude, you put that white Rhino next to the $100 bill High Point, and it's
Dude, who did it better? I'm not good at Photoshop, but who did it better? The Taurus white revolver with the green grip, or the fucking white Rhino? They're both pretty ugly and disgusting. Taurus did a white revolver.
Here's the thing, like, okay, fine, you want to have the white thing or whatever, but the freaking cylinder and stuff's still black. Like, it just makes it stand out even more, like, kind of how weird it looks. Oh, I guess I offended him. Sorry.
What you talking about, Willis? The shield?
Nah, dude, that white Rhino, man, it looks,
Oh.
the finish is weird.
Oh, yeah. It looks like a hydro dip. What the fuck? It's been hydro dipped for only a couple $100 more. You can have your white Rhino, hydro dipped white Rhino. Trying to look at a picture of it again. Thought I was tagged in one. I guess not.
All right. Oh, man. I'm bummed out, dude. Freaking the Wings are playing tonight on NBC Sports, which normally means I get to watch it even from out of town. This fucking hotel doesn't have NBC Sports. What kind of shit is that?
They're anti-sports.
Well, I mean, they have, like, you know, ESPN and shit, but it's just not the NBC one. And that's, like, the only one that has the hockey on. Oh, crap. Don't attack that, dude. God damn it. All right. I just need to make a run for the finish. Come on, dude. Fuck. Oh, maybe. I might actually fucking... Holy shit, I won. It was nuts.
I don't know. Would you rather have 4 roll pins in your gun or 4 screws?
Oh, I don't know.
These look
Does it
like
matter?
Phillips head screws. Yeah, I don't want my frame screwed together with Phillips head screws. That'd be preferable.
Okay, if you say so.
All right.
So roll pins are better than screws, what you're saying.
Yeah. Any gun that's screwed together is retarded.
God damn it. Oh man. Yep. Good times.
Yep.
Oh, really? You're not even gonna attack the fucking people? You're just gonna attack the tower? Stupid ass bomb dude. I'm not doing very well this round. I think I'm gonna lose. I went on a losing streak in this game, like fucking. I don't even know. I don't even know how many rounds I lost in a row. It's pretty bad. The fuck, dude? This guy's in love with the damn princess. All right, going for the kill. See what happens. Oh, you bastard. Oh, so what else is new, man? I was freaking working and stuff all day.
Nothing.
I've been seeing some SHOT Show stuff starting to come out. That's kind of cool.
I guess if you call like the Hudson 9 and the Silencer Co. Maxim 9, they were all there
I call
last
it.
year. Well, the Hudson wasn't there last year, but well, if you call that great, I don't know. There's nothing new. I didn't see nothing. There's like a SIG that nobody wants. Some weird tactical SIG polymer. Looks retarded. What else? I guess Kalashnikov USA is alright. I don't know. They got some weird looking guns. John Wick's gun was there. That's cool.
Do.
Phenomenon.
Chocolates.
Chocolate.
Jesus Christ, dude. You're crazy.
Yeah. It'd be better if I just search the hashtag.
What, hashtag SHOT Show?
Yeah. Show 2017. I'll try that first.
You should see my airport picture in there if you search that tag, 'cause I used it.
Yeah,
And I was like, maybe I'll sneak onto this plane. Hashtag SHOT Show.
way down. It may be way down. I know.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure.
Oh, so many gun-related pictures of bullshit.
Oh, fuck those people then.
The fuck? More tactical SWAT vests for your beer cozy. The same Korth revolver as last year. Nobody is buying. I don't know why Yankee doesn't buy one. They're only like $5,000 or something.
Oh, only $5,000?
Yeah.
Too bad.
If you wanted the Sky Marshal though, that might be cheaper.
Oh, where did I see? Somewhere I saw someone posted Colt's coming out with like a limited run of like the old school ARs.
Yeah,
That's pretty fucking sweet.
that and the 1903 pocket gun. This looks pretty cool.
Let's see, 150 crowns in 4 hours. Yeah, it might be possible. I don't know. No one else is freaking on though. It's gonna be tough.
Guess the Glock 80 polymer lowers are cool, but they're 80%ers. I don't want to finish a lower or a fucking.
No. They say those Lone Wolf frames are awesome.
Yeah, I'd try one of them before I got one of these fuckers.
Yeah, I don't never tried them, never even saw them, but I was one of those
D-bag, go
guys.
make me a coffee.
One of those guys was saying the fucking Lone Wolf one is the shit. Good for you, Smegs. You're finally getting a Glock? Polymer 80?
What?
No.
Motherfucker.
Oh, snap.
You can't just say shit and make it true. It's not how life works. That's not how any of this works.
It's true, though. There's a Flat Dark Earth and Green Glock Safe Action pistol patch. I have the silver one and then that weird white sparkly one. Or it's gray. I have a gray one.
Oh, come on, you bitch.
Yeah, that's SIG 320 X5. It's fucking retarded.
What's that? The one that has a plate and then an RMR holes and everything?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know how much they want, but dude, the fucking store next to me, the Romeo, was $400. So it's like, oh, it might have been like $380 or something. It was like basically $400. I told the guy, well, that's too much money. He's like, why? I'm like, because it's made in China. And he's like, what does that mean? I was like, I just don't think it's good. Like, it's not as good as others that aren't made in China. And he was like, oh, okay. They're selling it separately. Just the fucking Romeo site.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. I don't know what the deal is with them. Has anybody torture tested one?
No, the rumor is that they're Holosun.
So that'd be fucked up.
The rumor is they're just SIG rebranded Holosun. Like, there's a factory in China. They made Holosuns and primary arms and
Oh, you bitch.
someone
So
else.
wasn't like Big Gunner putting hollow suns in like jars of water and they were leaking?
There was a bunch of guys that were doing Holosun testing, and the fucking thing was rocking, dude. Like, it was being frozen in a block of ice. It was being dunked and thrown and shot and shit, you know. So, AK Operators Union.
Oh
doing
yeah,
this thing.
that's yeah. I was thinking of something else, I guess.
There were some others, but like,
Yeah, they're tough. That one
they
guy
were
shot.
tough.
Oh, it's still working. Like crack lenses and shit.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. However, they're cheap. So the
Yeah,
SIG
they're
Romeo
like
is not cheap. Yeah. They're $89. The one that doesn't have the 50,000 battery life is $80. And then if you want it's $80 if you just want regular, battery life like a Bushnell. Then it's like $200, $189 if you want the 50,000 hour battery life. And then Then if you want like there's one that has the 50,000 hour battery. Then it has a solar panel on top, and then it has two reticles, fucking EOTech style or regular 1-dot, and that thing is like 240 or something like that.
What's that one that AK
What are we talking about now?
Operators Union always has?
They have the advanced, it's the Hollow Sun
They have
advanced.
one with like a drop compensator.
Okay, that's the one with the EOTech style.
What are we talking about now?
Red dots from Hollow Sun.
Ah.
They're like aim point ripoffs, but they do a good job. I was just saying, the rumor is that the Chinese company that makes those is making the SIG sights, the SIG optics. Unless SIG just sent a whole bunch of people over there to learn Chinese and buy a factory and start employing people to make Chinese red dots, which is possible.
Oh, you bastard.
I'm going through the SHOT Show Instagram.
Yeah, how's that working out for you?
It's I saw a guy messing with that Hollow Sun RMR thing. Pistol red dot.
Hey, do we have any the guys that are at SHOT Show? Are they going to be on Guns and Geeks tonight, or
Who knows?
Probably. G-Webs will probably be on there.
Yeah, I asked him earlier. He never responded. I was just curious because I didn't know, like, because of the time delay difference, like if there's going to be anything going on they want to be at, or.
Yeah, because there's always like parties and shit, so who knows?
He might pop in on his phone or some shit. Never know. Never know. But yeah, you just
Never enough knowings.
ask Matt for a link and he'll give you one.
Yeah, I sent him a thing on Google Plus earlier.
Why would you send him something on Google Plus? Send him a Gun Channels message.
I did there too. Come on, man. Gotta do multiple attempts to connect.
Oh, dude, no one fucking uses fucking Google Plus. I bet
We're
you
using
more.
Google Plus right now.
No, I'm not. Not the fucking sending messages and shit.
Yeah, but the Google Hangouts thing, if you do a message on there, it pops out into Google Plus. So presumably the reverse is also true.
I've never gotten something on that, but I don't know. Whatever. You might win by a technicality, but Google Plus is dumb. I stand by that.
I agree with that. I'm not who the fuck uses Google Plus seriously? I'm just saying to message someone that's communicating on Google Hangouts, it makes sense.
I don't know if it does make sense. Because I can't stand when someone like says like so-and-so like tried to call you. I'm like, why the fuck are you clicking on me in the Hangouts or whatever? Like that's dumb.
Yeah. Fair enough. Like I remember the last time I was in a chat with you guys was like a year ago before I had to go do some real life stuff. And man, the 13th time that I got an attempt to connect call while I was talking to my first sergeant.
Well, there's much more boobs when you take the 2017 away from the hashtag and just search SHOT Show. So that's good. Good news.
Yeah, I know G-Webs, one of the reasons I was asking if G-Webs and all of them were going to be on later was specifically because G-Web shared a picture on his, on I think it was his Tumblr or his Instagram, one of the two, that said that he was going to like a strip joint that they were saying they'll strip for ammo, basically.
Yeah, it was on Instagram. I don't know that he was saying he was going to it. I think he just showed that and was like, oh, that's what do you say? Out of all the SHOT Show deals, that was pretty good.
For ammo.
Ah, okay. I thought he was saying that he was going to go because that would be. I can picture that being a health hazard. Like instead of throwing like dollar bills, like hucking full like stripper clips full of 7.62 at him.
Dude, that's what he should have done, man. He's got to get his stripper clip patch next to that promotion. They could like give them away at the door or whatever.
Yeah, I could not. That would. Oh boy, that's bad news about to happen. Oh man, I'm just picturing like trying to explain why you're coming home without any money. Just rounds and rounds and rounds of like 8mm Mauser on stripper clips. Oh boy. Where the fuck is this outlet to plug in my laptop? So I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to buy for my next gun because I finally have some extra dispendable cash and I have not scratched that particular itch in quite some time. I kind of narrowed it down to 3 options, which is a 30-30 lever action, a Bolt 270, or I've got a strip receiver or strip lower in my gun safe that I haven't touched for a while. And I'm not sure which one I want to mess with.
Bastard.
What's that?
Oh, this stupid ass game. I'm trying to get like all the things and it's not working.
That's the least descriptive that you could have possibly been about a game.
Yeah, it probably is.
I'm playing this like game. It seems to be on like a computer or something, and I gotta do a thing. It's
actually on like a phone, so it's one of those stupid ones. I don't even like I don't consider people who play phone games as like gamers. I've heard people say that like, oh, it was something that was talking about like the new demographic of gamers, and they're like, oh, like girls over the age of 30 are the highest percentage gamers now. Like the industry's changed. It's like, wait a minute, you're counting Candy Crush as gamers? No, it doesn't count.
Yeah, I mean, I was a gamer long before I got into guns, and that bugs me too. Like, if you have not dropped like at least $200-$300 on a system specifically for gaming, like a console, or like upgraded your computer to a gaming computer, I don't want you to consider yourself like a serious video game player.
I mean, here's the thing. I don't care. Dude, play whatever freaking game you want. I don't care. My point is that the term gamer, I think, refers to a certain type of person, and you can't say that the gamer demographic has changed because people play Candy Crush now. Like, no, those are still not gamers, so it still doesn't fucking count.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. I think that
I do think more girls are playing video games.
That would be like buying. Well, no, I don't know if that's a fair comparison. I was going to say that would be like buying $180 used Remington 870 and like, I don't know, a fucking High Point, and being like, yeah, I'm totally a gun guy, which I guess I don't know if that's an accurate comparison, because you can be still interested.
Here's what I'll say. I don't think it depends on what you buy. Like, that part doesn't really matter, but I think it's your like motivation. So a person who bought a gun and like puts it in a drawer and never shoots it or shot it once or whatever, that person is not a gun nut, right? But someone who, like, even if they don't have a lot of money, maybe they do have a High Point, but they know every single spec about that High Point, and they know all the different things, and they're geeked out on all the technologies, that is a gun nut. So you don't have to have money to be one, but you have to have the interest.
Right, which is why I was as I was saying it, I was kind of thinking that same thing, which is why I said I didn't think it was a perfect comparison. But the point being is that, like, I was trying to get at, if you're not really putting any effort into it, you really shouldn't try to claim any title. You know what I mean? Like, I had a pretty nice motorcycle for a while because I had inherited it, and even now I've got a pretty good car. I have a family member who is really into motor vehicles and stuff. Like he collects them, fixes them, all that kind of stuff. And when he unfortunately passed away not too long ago, I inherited his car, and I'm not a car guy. Like I can change my own oil and like change my tires because that's things that I think everyone needs to be able to know. But that's about it. So if you started talking to me about like different types of engines and what they can do and all that kind of shit, I'm gonna be like, I don't cool car shit, you know.
Yeah, I totally agree. I would fall in that category as well. I know my way around cars. I know kind of what cool ones are and stuff, but like, and I can appreciate people who do know a lot more about me, or like, someone who really is a gun guy or a car guy, and it's just like, oh, this has a supercharger and blah blah blah. Like I know the terms, but at the same time, sometimes they rattle stuff off me like, oh, is that a good one? Like, was that?
Yeah. I mean, I think it's actually, I mean, again, maybe not the perfect analogy, but I feel like that might not necessarily be dissimilar to a FUD trying to talk to like one of us, like if you said a lot of modern gun terms, a FUD would get what you're talking about, but they'd still be like, well, I don't know if this ain't a Bolt 22 250. And well, what do we talk about here? Like, and new Throne Clay. There we go. I'm just gonna say Throne. Throne. I am looking at the.
Just for the record, we call him Clay.
Clay. Yeah, that probably works a lot better, doesn't it? Clay. I have been thinking about the 270. If it was just for me, like if it was just what I would be looking at, then it would be probably the Bolt 270 without any question. The thing is that so my fiance doesn't really have a bug out gun. She doesn't like semi-autos for whatever the fuck reason. I can't convince her otherwise. So she won't touch the AK, and the AR is mine. So she really likes lever actions, and she said that she would love to have a lever 30-30 or lever 357 for her bug out gun. So the lever 30-30 would do double duty for me. I could use that for like whitetail and that kind of thing. And if it push came to shove, I would not feel like my fiance was undergunned with a Bolt 30-30 and like 100 rounds. But, or a Bolt 30-30, a fucking lever 30-30. There we go. I mean, I want a 270 myself because I like the ballistics and I like the handling of bolt guns more than lever guns. Although lever guns are fun to shoot, I'd rather have a bolt if I'm hunting with it. But I don't know. I mean, in that case, like it's kind of 6 to 1, half dozen to the other. You know what I mean? Like I'm gonna end up having both of them at some point.
Yeah, the way I look at it, and this is how I've kind of been building my arsenal up, because I don't have a ton, is you try and get the multi-purpose ones first, and then start getting like a specialized, like, this is specifically my whitetail hunting rifle, or this is specifically my elk hunting rifle, or this is specifically my bug out, or this is specifically blah, blah, blah. But until then, you get something that works good, like, I have a full-size 9mm. That's my home defense, my carry, my range toy. That's everything. Like, I got a shotgun. That was the first gun I had. I got a Bolt 30-06 because I could hunt anything with it. That's what I use for whitetail right now. And then I did get a 17 HMR, so that's kind of specialized. And then I have an AR and AK. But I
don't know what the hell you'd be hunting with a 17 HMR. I mean, I like the round. I literally don't know what that would be good for. Like, I don't know enough about the round. Squirrel, really? I mean,
yeah.
And better than 22 long rifle, or?
It shoots flatter.
Yeah, I guess that's true. I mean, I kind of put it in the same category as like 22 Magnum, where it's like, I mean, yeah, it's probably better for certain things, but I can't justify getting another platform just for that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, the thing is, I'll admit that was, out of all of my gun purchases, that was the most impulsive. My buddy was telling me Cabela's had it on sale. You buy it online, they ship it to the store. It was an online-only sale.
Right.
It's nothing fancy. It's just a Marlin bolt action. But anyways, he had just picked one up. He said he liked it. And I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. And he was supposed to be coming up north like 2 weeks after I talked to him. And my other buddy was coming up. He's got 22s. So I'm like, yeah, maybe we'll do some squirrel hunting. Well, then he ended up not being able to come up north because I had to change the weekend because of work, and he had shifted his schedule around. So I got it specifically kind of like for that weekend. Like, oh, I need something because it's coming up. So I don't have anything to hunt squirrels with. And I've never gone squirrel hunting, and I thought that'd be fun.
Yeah, I mean, my big squirrel. I mean, I got two 22s. I've got a lever. I got the Henry Youth because that's a neat little backpacking gun. The Henry Youth 22. I've got a Savage. I can't fucking remember the model of it. It's a really old one. One of the ones they only used to sell through Sears when Sears sold guns. It's this crazy thing that's like a bolt action and a semi-auto at the same time. And honestly, even though I've got those two, I've taken more squirrels with my pellet rifle than anything else. Like I've got like one of the higher end 22 pellet rifles, and like that thing will fucking kill squirrels all day. I love that gun. Well, I can't even really call it a gun, but I mean it's an air rifle that's made for hunting, so I guess by the strictest definition as like a projectile weapon.
Yeah, it's a gun. It's not a firearm.
Yeah.
But yeah, and that's going back to the hunting thing. I've seen some stuff after I got the gun. I started researching, and they make a little bit hotter loads, and people actually use 17s to take out coyotes.
I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, I think that caliber, it is literally in terms of caliber, like width of the round, I think a lot of times gets overplayed because generally speaking, I'd rather have a smaller caliber run that's moving faster for a lot of purposes. You know, unless I'm hunting something like...
That's why the 270 is so cool. My buddy's got a 270 he uses deer hunting, and, you know, he loves that. It's a laser beam, you know? Like,
Yeah.
you point where you want it to go, and it goes there. You don't have to worry about distance or anything.
I mean, honestly, unless you're talking about, like, big and dangerous game, like, you know, bear or anything like that size, like elk, bigger, like moose, you really don't need something big and heavy. Like, you want something that's small, gonna punch through as much matter as it can to hit lungs and like vital organs, and then that's your kill shot, right? Like you don't really necessarily want the kinetic energy if you're doing hunting, and more than that, to me, I mean, just because I'm less of a hunter and I'm more of a prepper, like I'm always thinking about like if I got to shoot at two-legged predators, with the prevalence of personal body armor, I want something that's got small sectional density and a lot of speed because that's how you beat armor, you know? Like I don't know if you've ever seen the videos of like what a hot 270 or like a really hot 300 Win Mag will do to an AR 500 plate, but it is impressive. I mean 300 Win Mag in particular, like it's knocking like big chunks out of that. I guess 300 Win Mag would not necessarily be considered a small round though. So, or like even small caliber. Yeah, but I used to have, you know, the fucking gun everyone ever had, or everyone in the world has had, which is Mosin 9130. I had one for a long time. That was my like hunting / reach out, like a decent distance and put something on paper gun. But I was away with the Marines and we had a flood in my apartment, and my fiance forgot to take it out of the closet, and I came home and the barrel was just orange. It was like Trump colored. And I took it to the gunsmith, and the gunsmith was like, yeah, I mean, we could like fix it and rebarrel it and all that kind of shit, but it's going to cost you like $100. And this is back when Mosins were like 120. So he's like, just buy another one. And I kept putting it off and putting it off and putting it off. And now it's like, well, fuck, Mosins are like $260 now at the lowest. That's very true, Robbie. You do beat armor by not shooting them in the armor. That's totally true. Oh my god, if I never have to do another one of these fucking PowerPoints again, I will be totally happy with that. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, PowerPoints are lame.
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't know if you have a military background, but right now I'm getting the death by PowerPoint annual training bullshit. So I've been doing PowerPoint classes on my laptop on JKO since like noon Eastern Standard Time. It's about 9 p.m. Fucking, oh my god, I hate this shit. And the worst part about it too is that it's all like the annual training basic stuff. So we have one of the classes that we have to do is basic survival skills, like how to build a fire, how to look for shelter and shit. I've been survivalist since I was 17 years old. So when they're like, this is the definition of kindling, I'm like, oh my fucking god. Ugh.
Yeah, I have to do PowerPoint safety training stuff for my work. We have to get refresher courses and stuff.
Yeah, so you understand. It's probably about the same.
Yeah, it's lame. It's like, when you're driving a high-low, do you fucking talk on the phone and run people over? Like, you have little questions and shit that are built into it and stuff. Like, seriously, come on.
Yeah, and it's like, it's the stuff that it just sounds fucking retarded. You're like, who would ever do this? But then you read about it, you're like, oh, that guy did this. And it's like, that one dude is the reason why we have this.
True or false, you don't need a safety harness if you're standing on one leg on top of a roof.
Yeah. Like, I mean, I guess to me, one of the examples was I used to do one of my civilian jobs that I had was I used to do warehousing at a beer distributor. And, it was lots of moving parts because a pallet of 12 kegs is not a light thing. But, so there was a lot of big forklifts and like trucks and shit moving around. And one of the things they asked us when we got there was like, okay, when you're in the warehouse with all of this heavy machinery, are you going to have your headphones in listening to music? And we're like, no, why the fuck would you do that? You wouldn't be able to hear the backup alarm or anything like that. And no one got injured with us, but lo and behold, I'm reading news not too long ago, and there's a guy at a similar distribution site that had his fucking headphones in and was listening to like a podcast or some shit, and he unfortunately got his ass crushed. And I'm like, well, that's the dude. That's the guy. And, rest in peace and all that, but fucking survival of the fittest, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, shit happens. And you know what it is that you get complacent because, after a while of the whole, like, putting on your safety stuff and wearing a hard hat and blah, blah, blah. And it's like, oh my God, like, I'm just running in for a minute. Why do I need that? That
yeah.
Kind of stuff. And then something happens and it's like, he said, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's just one of those things that it's like, unfortunately, people keep on being like, oh, well, I'm just doing this, that, the other thing. And it's, it's like that statistic that like something like 80% of all car accidents occur within 2 miles of your house. And like, they're the worst ones because people keep going, oh, I'm just popping down to the corner store for a pack of cigarettes. I don't really need to put on my seatbelt, or I don't really need to be paying attention. Or they don't get off their phone because they're on like a good conversation and they think, oh, it's just to hop down the road. Shit like that. It's just like you said, getting complacent and thinking like, oh, it's basic. I was probably listening to GC. Yeah. Oh man, that would be the worst. No, if he was listening to like gun stuff, we would have heard about it.
It would have been a firearm related incident.
Yeah, the fucking shooting tracker would have marked it as like a gun violence incident. Oh man.
I can't believe that there are people that still take that shit seriously, even if they just came out and said, like, yeah, we include BB guns in our statistics. Like, oh, man.
Well, I mean, what happens is someone gets, they hear a statistic one time and they end up just getting it repeated over and over again. It gets repeated so much it just like becomes fact. Like I just saw a thing, and I don't trust this study either, but some school just did like a new study, and they said like, oh man, I forget what the old number was. What was it like? It was on the whole background check thing. Like 60% of guns don't have background checks or something, right? Like it was some number. And they just came out and they changed it to like 25% of gun sales don't go through a background check. And it's like, I still don't trust that number, but the fact is, like, people are still repeating the 61, and that's like from the 90s. And, it was like one study came out where they like interviewed people and like, where'd you buy your gun? Was it from a store or from a person? And then they extrapolated that out to like, the whole country, and that must be it. And I'd love to see someone do a similar study where they break down when the people who answered like, yeah, I got my gun from a private sale or whatever. Out of those ones, how many were close friends and family members? Because that's my whole thing. I've never sold a gun, so I don't really know. But I feel like if I were to sell a gun, I don't know that I would just do it to like, on Craigslist or whatever. Like I wouldn't just meet a random person. It'd be one of my buddies saying like, hey, like I like that thing. Will you sell it to me? So if you factor that, or like the same thing, family or whatever. Like one of my cousins wants to buy my hunting rifle or something. Well, guess what? I know he's not a felon. I know he's not crazy. Like, you don't need a background check. It's a person I've known my whole life. Like, what?
Yeah, I mean, I get where you're coming from there, Smeg. But like, my thing with it is that I don't know if that's really necessarily a good, as far as as far as being good statistics for a study. I don't know that would be a good metric, because you could, as much as like you're a stand-up guy and you would only sell to someone because you know that they're not a felon, right? Like, if your metric is, did you get them from your friend? There are plenty of people that are not stand-up people that would be like, oh, well, I sold it to my friend because I knew he was a felon and couldn't get it legally. You know what I mean? I mean, like, presumably they wouldn't say that, but
yeah,
like,
those people aren't answering the survey. But still, I just think when you hear those numbers, because it's a scare tactic. They say, oh my God, 200 million guns are sold every year without a background check, or whatever the hell they say, right? It's a scare
of course.
from the antes of like, basically a gun sale without a background check is assumed 100% of the time it's a black market felon buying a gun.
Oh yeah, absolutely, which is ridiculous.
I truly feel, and I will admit I do not know, but just from my own personal experience, I feel that the vast majority of private sales are between people who know each other, not between a random, I'm going to meet you at Walmart and you roll up with whatever, and like, you're a bad guy and that's why you're buying a private sale.
Yeah, I mean, in my experience, well, I mean, my experience doesn't count for much because Delaware is fucking Delaware. But the people that I know who have done private sales, myself included, first of all, if they get the vibe that the individual that they're selling to is not a stand-up person, like if they come up and they're like being super sketchy, they're not going to sell them the gun in the first place, if for no reason other than like self-preservation, right? Because you don't want to be tied to that shit. The second reason being is like, I think most people, even if they don't know the person, they're going to do one of two things. They're either going to say, hey, look, I need to see your concealed carry license because that tells me that you have passed a background check and I can trust that. Or they're going to say, hey, look, here's a bill of sale. And part of that bill of sale is going to say like, I am buying this under the pretense that I am not a felon, blah, blah, blah. Like, check off all those digits so that if push comes to shove and the seller has to get called into court, he can be like, look, I had no reason to believe the guy was a felon. He signed this paperwork for me saying that he wasn't a felon. I had every reason to believe he was a stand-up person, and like that would cover their ass. You know what I mean? But like even on that, that's way less common than just, oh, you don't have a concealed carry license, or oh, I don't know you. Sorry, no. I mean, with me being in Delaware, it's different because Delaware doesn't allow private sales. Like I have to go through an FFL, but you know.
60% of guns have illegitimate kids. Of those kids, 100% are bastards. That's good to know.
Do we have a topic for tonight? I didn't get a chance to listen on Monday.
No idea.
Because I know that you guys have been doing like the top 5, top 10 shits recently.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Do we I was asking this Matt this Sunday, but he totally missed the part of the question that was actually a question. That crazy fucking, it's not the Maxim 9, it's whatever that other one is, the one with the really low barrel axis or the bore axis. You know what I'm talking about? Looks like a fucking like sci-fi gun. Looks like something out of Ghost in the Shell. Can't remember what the hell it's called. Fuck. I see it every time I go on Tumblr and image and fucking Snapchat. Hold on, or not Snapchat. Fucking, you know, the other one.
I have no
God damn it!
idea what you're talking about.
Give me a minute here. I got it all over my fucking account. I just got to like pull it up, and just one of those things that should I forget the name. Scrolling.
A double stack 40 1911. Can you even call that a 1911 anymore?
I mean, I probably on like the strictest definition, but I wouldn't. I'd be like a 40-esque firearm. Or a 1911-esque firearm.
Yeah,
40.
1911-ish.
Okay, here it is. Hold on. The Hudson H9. That thing that's like a cross between a 1911 and a Glock.
Oh, yeah, everyone's all like losing their shit about it.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, obviously, so it's called the H9, and we know that it's gonna be a 9mm, but I don't really have a need for another fucking 9mm handgun. I was wondering if they were gonna make a 45 or a 40 version of it, because I would love to see one of them in like 40 or 45 or hell even 10mm, because with the lower bore axis, it would be a lot easier to control recoil on that. I would love to see it like in a 10mm or one of the harder kicking handgun rounds, like 357 SIG or something like that. They're probably only making it a 9mm though, because the world sucks.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm also surprised at the fact that that Maxim M9 or whatever it is getting as much production as it has been, because I don't see that as actually really having any kind of market unless the HPA really passes. You know what I mean? That's
Yeah,
that.
but I think that has a pretty good chance of passing, so why not like get rolling on that, you know?
Yeah, I mean that's true. I think that it does actually have a really good chance of passing, because even my friends who are very anti-gun are like, yeah, that doesn't really make any kind of sense to us. So that's true, but still, like, it seems like a lot of money and stuff to put in something that's not a 100% sure bet. You know what I mean? And laws, the way that laws work, like I feel like it's pretty likely that they'd even have some headway, like even if they waited, right? They'd have time between them saying, yes, we signed this bill, it takes action at this point. Because, like, really, I don't know, not being a gunsmith, yeah, I guess to me, just the idea of, like, an integrally suppressed 9mm doesn't seem like it would be remarkably difficult to manufacture. You know? Because, like, we've had, there's a historical precedent for integrally suppressed firearms that's not necessarily difficult to reproduce. That sentence got away from me. Yeah, DF2 is saying he'd like to see the that Hudson in 10mm as well. I mean, it's not like it would be. Again, it's just one of those things where it wouldn't be difficult to do. I'm just not sure that they're going to. When does Matt usually send out those invites? Like 9:30ish Eastern? Sometime around there?
On Wednesdays, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't see him play that thing. God damn it.
What's that? Oh, your game?
Yeah, I might still win, but I don't know.
You playing, bro?
Let's see what happens.
I'm mad that I missed you guys all geeking out over Robotech the other
Jesus
week.
Christ. Fucking A, if I hear that word one more time. It's like 2 times in a row now where he was going to finish, like, okay, we're about wrapping up. Roll Robotech. 2 hours later, the chat's still going on.
I mean, it's a great fucking series. No, I missed it because I'm a huge BattleTech fan, and it's kind of an unofficial spin-off of that franchise, so it would have been nice to nerd out over giant stompy robots for a while. That's the weirdest sound in the world.
Oh, am I typing? Yeah.
Yeah, hearing it through your phone.
Yeah, normally I would mute, but since I'm, like, in the thing, I'd have to quit out and go back to Hangouts and then mute it. And then,
Yeah, it'd just be a fucking hassle.
yeah, especially since, like, I'm pretty sure it's just you who's paying attention, so what do I care? You know,
Yeah, fuck me, right? No one important's listening.
even if there's some people in the chat, like, oh, well.
Yeah,
Look it up.
Boon's AFK, and it looks like DF2 is probably still listening. I think Clay might be, like, it kind of popping in and out.
Oh, well. They'll get over it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just sitting here.
Forever.
What's
Not
that?
either way.
Yeah, I'm just sitting here playing Cookie Clicker, so, like, fuck it.
Sucks. I'm trying to find something, like, good on TV that I can just kind of have in the background, like on mute.
Right. Have you watched any of Black Mirror?
No.
That's on Netflix. It's a good one. You should watch that if you like sci-fi stuff. It's one of those things that's like kind of, I use the phrase soft sci-fi in that there's sci-fi stuff like around it, like they've got high technology and that kind of thing, but it's not a story about the technology. Like it just kind of is there to support the actual storylines. And it's not one long story. Like it's episodic. So like episode 1 has nothing to do with episode 3 or 4. Like you can watch any one of them independently, which is kind of cool because it's nice to have a show.
Nowadays, man, everyone is so series driven.
Yeah, and like I do appreciate stuff that's series driven, you know, like that's got its part, but it's nice to be able to like not watch something for a while and then know that you can just pick it right back up and not have to miss anything. Like that was one of the reasons. That was one of the reasons why like I got really out of The Walking Dead was because I was big into it until about season 3. And then, no, I guess it would be season 2. And then I went to boot camp right as season 3 was about to kick off. And then I just, you know, fucking a year away for training and all that kind of shit. And then just doing Marine Corps stuff. It's every time I started getting into it, it was like, oh, hey, you got to be gone for like this many weeks, whatever. So and it just sucked because especially something like The Walking Dead, it's like you pick that up, you know, if I start watching now, I mean, I'm catching up like slowly on the backlog, but if I just watch an episode now, it's like, okay, I know who Negan is. I know a basic idea of what's going on, but I don't like all of these new characters. Like there's only 2 or 3 of the characters that I left the show with still alive and kicking. So it's like, I don't really have the emotional investment for it to really matter. You know what I mean?
Oh man, I'm bummed out. They don't have fucking NBC on this fucking hotel.
Oh, are you at Shot 2?
Yes.
I actually didn't know that.
That's because I'm not.
Oh, okay, fair enough. Just waiting on your Taiwanese hooker.
I almost quit my job and snuck onto a plane, but I decided not to. Yeah, I mean, I want to go to SHOT Show, and I could probably convince the fiance to let me do it next year, or to like, well, let me do it. I mean, like for us to go together, because that would be a fun vacation for me. But frankly, I'd rather just spend the money on more ammo. If I'm being entirely honest, like the choice between buying a ticket to a SHOT Show and then buying a plane ticket and then also buying the hotel room and all that other kind of stuff. Like I look at that and I go, you know, that would be a really fun experience for a while. But I could also spend all that money on a bunch of ammo on a range trip. And like, here's my look at SHOT Show, really. I mean, for what I would want to do there, I can do it at NRA show. Because I'm not really in the business or whatever, so I'd kind of feel out of place. Even if, I'm taking pictures for Instagram, like, okay, that's kind of cool. But, yeah, I mean, like, NRA show, their whole point is to, like, talk to the public. So they can't get pissed if all you're doing is just looking for the hell of it. Like, that's the whole reason that they're there.
Right, exactly. Like, and that's kind of like the way you got to look at it, right? Like, it's the difference between going to like Gen Con versus going to a major like producer, like game producers convention, right? Like, there's business conventions and there's consumer conventions, and you know, SHOT Show, for as publicly visible as it is, SHOT Show is definitely a business convention, not really a consumer one, you know? At least that's how it seems to me, not having gone to
Yeah,
to a SHOT Show.
I agree. And like I said, there's stuff that you can do as just like a person or whatever, but again, I would be more comfortable at NRA. I went to NRA last year and I had fun. And the part that I liked about it was hanging out with Gun Channels people and, you know, and meeting some people that are, you know, YouTube famous. So if that's all I really want to do, and then also kind of look at new stuff, then I can do that at NRA.
Yeah, and like you could do it a lot cheaper with a lot less like random bullshit going on that's like business oriented or like industry oriented.
Right. Like, and I know that it's, SHOT Show's kind of changed a little bit where maybe they don't have quite these attitudes anymore, but I've heard of people, like when someone comes up like, hey, like, want to do an interview for my YouTube or whatever? And these people are like, the fuck is this? Stupid internet guy, like, get out of here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Whereas at NRA, they send all their salesmen. Like, that's the whole thing they're supposed to do is go, show off their new stuff to customers. So they're used to talking to people and like doing interviews and shit.
Yeah, exactly. Like, and me especially, because like I mean, I don't know, I want to try to grow my channel, but my problem with it is that my channel is like so small. It's at that point where it's hard to grow it. So like I couldn't go to something like SHOT Show and really get the most out of it. I would even on a business standpoint, I would get the most out of going to NRA for that exact reason.
I remember when it was hard to keep over like 10 subscribers, but a few years down the road, grows out there.
Oh man, I'm sitting on I think like 88 or 89 right now, and I feel like that's a huge amount because the last time I actually put up a video was almost like 7 months ago, and I was at like 40. Like I have
to have content, but it's
well, I mean, again, it's real life stuff gets in the way, unfortunately for me. But
yeah, there is that.
I mean, I have a review of the Arcus 98 DA up, which evidently is like one of only like 7 on the fucking internet. That's like a video review of that fucking handgun.
Wait, did you say you had a real life?
What's that?
Did you say you had a real life?
I know, right? Shocker. But
yeah, I mean, it puts you way ahead of anybody here. So
yeah, but so I evidently like I'm one of only like 5 actual video reviews of the Arcus 98 on the internet. So it's like, if you look at all of my videos, it's like, this video has 10 views, this video has 12 views. And then you get to my review of the Arcus 98, and it's like, this video has like 2,000 something views, which for most of you guys is like a piddly amount. But for the rest of me, for me, that's like, an enormous.
It's weird because sometimes I'll do, videos that have that many views, and then one time I turned on a Google Hangout and started ranting about the ghost ships when the Hanjin Shipping Company went bankrupt and all the crews abandoned ships because there wasn't anybody going to pay them. And so all these gigantic container ships were. So I just talked about that for an hour, and like in a week it had 6,000 views, and I was just like shocked. It was just me talking, and I was like, what? How did that happen? And then I had a gun review sitting around on an IWI long gun that wasn't available to the public, and they kept, and it was just a brochure of a rifle that they introduced in the Paris Arms Show,
Right.
And it sat around with 400 views for like about a year and a half, and then all of a sudden, boom, it was like 57,000 views, pretty damn quick. And I couldn't understand why that happened, but especially since they kept putting off the release date to the public.
Right.
And
I mean, my thing, go ahead.
Yeah, and it was like, I think they were just getting government sales, or something, because, they kept putting back, the first said it was going to be a SHOT Show release, and then, SHOT Show next year. And then, we could make SHOT Show, but by October 2016, and I don't know what happened to it. They just kept changing it, and I'd always have to check back. And people would get mad at me because IWI didn't release it to the general public. But, I mean, I guess they were just selling, they had just had military contracts to nations, and so. Right. I still, it got on somebody's playlist or something that, and it was just the information from the brochure that they released,
yeah, you're like reading it off the brochure. It's just like,
yeah, that's it.
I mean, I've stopped, like, I'm not gonna say I've stopped trying, but I've stopped like beating myself up over it, because between the real life stuff that I deal with, and then also like I run another channel that's like a video game channel, and I put up
Cool.
I put up let's plays like every single day on the video game channel, and that was the biggest problem, was trying to find time to do both of those things. It was just becoming a nightmare.
Well,
And
that's when I was thinking about re-signing up for Warcraft, but then I realized how much time it would take out of my life just to play the game, and I was like, fuck it.
Well, as for my MMO of choices, I'm a big EVE Online player. Which, if you know anything about EVE Online, that's a remarkably.
I tried it once a long time ago before it was a thing, and I hated it because I think I did one thing, pissed somebody off, and they like wiped out like 2 weeks worth of work in like one attack or something. They said,
Oh, yeah,
let that be a lesson. And it's like if in Warcraft, if you die, you just res, and it's no harm, no foul, really. But on EVE, if you die, you just lost 2 weeks worth of work. It's like, okay, well, fuck it, I'm not going to play this game anymore. I'll do something else.
Yeah, see, that's actually one of the things I love about it, though. It's because it gives every action you take a real sense of weight, because you can't just like frivolently throw shit around. Like. But the point I was getting at was that it's easier for me to do something like that because EVE is actually a pretty low in like time investment game when you really get into it, right? Because the leveling mechanic of just like select a skill, you get skill points like over time, and you don't even have to be logged in for it to happen.
I don't know if we're even talking about the same game. Is that the one where you have planets and you build up your space fleet or something, or is that something else?
I think you're talking about Stellaris, maybe. No, but EVE Online is.
No, it wasn't Stellaris. It sounded. I remember it being EVE, but okay.
Well, EVE is. You might planets and stuff. I don't know. I mean, there's a planetary mechanic in EVE Online, but that's a relatively new thing, like within the past couple of years. So if you played it
for a long,
if you played it a long ass time ago, I don't know if that would have been around. But regardless of that, in any case, it's just EVE has their leveling mechanic is like, instead of killing stuff and then you get experience and then you get enough experience you level up, you select a skill. So let's say I want to be better with light missile launchers. I would click, okay, train light missile launchers to the next level. And then it'll tell me, all right, in a week, you'll get the next level of light missile launchers. And I don't even have to be logged in for that, right? Like logging in and playing the game is just an opportunity for me to make more money so I can buy the shit to make use of my skills.
In-game money, yeah, right.
Yeah. So like, and that's a great amount of like no time investment gaming for me, because with me having to go away with the Marine Corps as often as I do, it's fantastic to like go online, click like, okay, I'm gonna be gone for like fucking weeks. Train me how to use battle cruisers, and then like 5 weeks later I come back and it's like, hey man, you can fly battle cruisers now. And I'm like, sweet shit,
Yeah, Warcraft was always more time. It was a time sink, and whenever you tried to do anything, I did make a lot of in-game money. I think I had was almost gold capped, but I think I had killed so many horde. I was like, you're
an alliance scumbag.
Yeah, I killed. What happened was when I was starting out as a little elf druid, there was this mean Tauren hunter that came by like the low level night elf areas and harassed and killed people. So eventually we got together and a lot of people were fighting back at him, and then it got out of hand, and eventually I put a bounty on the guy.
Yeah, no,
I'd be in the trade chat, and I'll be like, okay, 1,000 gold to the first person that kills such and such and such. Dexus was his name. I even remember all this time. But this was in vanilla, the original Warcraft, and so anyway, I overreacted and I killed over 1 million horde, and it was, and it was like it was fun, but they kind of killed PvP a lot in Warlords of Draenor, and they made a lot of screw ups, but including making like every class have some kind of stealth ability, which kind of pissed me off because one of my characters was a rogue. It did get me into knives and all in the real world, but it was I lived for PvP, and I was like a one man horde genocide machine.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely see where you're coming from. Like the PvP in WoW has seriously dropped. And again, not to continue sucking on Eve's dick, but that's one of the reasons why I love Eve as hard as I do, is because the PvP in that game is the stuff of legends. You know, like they write articles about Eve Online PvP and like no shit, like real world journals and stuff like that, because of the mechanic of the fact that if you die in Eve, like you mentioned, all of your shit is gone, and because they have tied the in-game currency to a real-world currency, you can actually like analyze how much money is lost whenever like one of the big fleet battles happens. And there's fucking fleet battles, like I think the Battle of Asakai, or like last year or the year before that, there was something like a couple million United States dollars worth of ships lost between the two factions when they were battling. And obviously this isn't like money that comes out of people's wallets, right? But like this is in-game money, and you got to translate that to how much time you spent making all that.
Yeah, you know, I always thought that if WoW really wanted to get big, what they should have done was they should have made to have the WoW gold currency interchangeable for Bitcoin. And of course, I was really lobbying for that because I had like almost 1 million gold, so that would have been nice. But
yeah, because then you could have just cryptocurrency your way out of like
all my problems in real life. Yeah, but
yeah,
yeah, no, I was insane on making money. You know, I found the PvP in the there was like the best PvP was in the auction house. You know, I mean, people would camp the auction house like it was, people were throwing out free money, and it was like, I had my, trade skill masters, and I had gem crafters, and I had, every way of making money and undercutting people. It was just like,
dude, every single thing that you're telling me right now is making me want to just be like, why the fuck are you not playing this game? Because you said that your favorite part
died. PvP died.
Well, no, I'm not talking about WoW. I'm talking about Eve right now. Because you're like everything you're talking about, like, oh, I love PvP. Oh, I love the economic aspect of PvP rather than like the battling people thing. And like that's one of the biggest things in Eve is like running the market. Like the most powerful guys in Eve Online are the marketeers. I remember I used to run. Well, not run. I used to be the vice president of a mercenary corporation in Eve Online, and our president was. I say president because they use CEO and like company terms for the guilds in the game. So our guild master effectively was notoriously hard-headed, and I was trying to convince him to stay out of like this big faction battle that was going on between two major corporations, and he didn't want to have anything to do with it. And he was like, "No, I'm really good friends with this director in this other guild, so we're gonna throw our weight in with him." Now, bear in mind, like I said, we were mercenaries. We were supposed to be neutral. We were just supposed to fight for whoever was gonna pay us, and he ends up throwing our weight in, like the whole corporation with this other faction. But this pissed off the marketeer that was our supplier for ships and ammunition and guns and stuff. So he goes, okay, well, I don't have to sell to you guys. It's a free market. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to stop selling to you, and I'm going to tell all of my agents to stop transporting goods to you. Well, when you have a mercenary corporation that's all of a sudden not getting any guns or ammo or ships, shit starts getting bad real fast. And
this is my screen shared. This is what's left of my guild. It's basically there's one guy that's still playing from Australia, who's actually works for a mining company in Australia. If there's still mining companies, if he still has a job. I mean, but if you look at our achievements, this guild is pretty much, I don't know, there's only one guy left in it. But I started this guild like in vanilla, and let's see, player versus player, guild gankers get 250,000 honorable kills, and creep jackers we were almost there, but I killed more than this, but they only started
when the achievement started up, because I was playing WoW back.
705,419.
Yeah, I hit
kills.
I hit max level in vanilla like 2 weeks before Burning Crusade dropped. I got to run one AQ40, and that was it.
Oh, AQ40? Yeah, I ran that. I think I didn't even bother until my character cleared it in like, I don't know, was it Kata or something?
Yeah, I mean, I was always an end game raider. Like that was always my kind of thing. I was top ranked tank on my clan. I was top ranked tank on my server for Burning Crusade up through the very beginning of Cat. And then I stopped playing because I realized that, you know, I probably wanted to do something with my life.
Here's a time waster achievement. Kill
100,000 critters. Yeah, I've done that one.
In the it was in the Iron Forge basement or the tram and Iron Forge. You kill the rats. You know, that's just a total time waster. Let's see, quests. You know, 62,824 quests. Oh shit. Daily grind, 30,000 dailies. Professions. Let's see what we had there. Skinning 50,000 corpses. Inner gem crafters. Mix masters.
Yeah, man. I mean, like I said, I used to play WoW all the time, so like I know how all this stuff goes. Yeah, it's.
Let me see if I could find my characters. Wait a minute, roster. Oops, I hit the wrong button.
Now, where the fuck is Matt with these invites?
Oh, I don't know. Where's my character? Rebel Soldier and 007. This was my rogue, 007. Jesus, let's see what my achievements were. I haven't logged on since forever, so. Working Hero of Storm Shield. Where's my PvP achievements for him? 250,000 honorable kills. Bloodthirsty. Got the Bloodthirsty title in 2012. It's probably when I quit after that. That was just on one character, you know. I had multiple characters for that title, but I don't know. I think it's like they changed that to a account-wide achievement. So I think at some point all your kills from all your characters counted for that. Slay the leaders of the horde. I really like doing the raids on the capital cities.
Yeah.
In the horde, and I loved when the horde tried to raid, you know, alliance cities. I was like, sometimes I was the only one there trying to stop them.
Interesting. Sorry, I'm on truthaboutguns.com right now. Evidently, and I got to read the article still, but headline of the article. Oh, okay. It changed as soon as I went to the article. The article's short link said that the ATF will not fight the HPA, and then I click on the article, and the actual headline is that they hope that the ATF won't fight the HPA. Fucking fake news, bruh.
Yeah. So this was my primal combatant Shanker. This is why I got into knives, because of my rogue, you know. And I was thinking about just rejoining up for Warcraft just because of all the new. I wanted to see the new rogue graphics, but I know I'm going to be pissed because I'm probably not going to like PvP.
Probably not. It's just changed too much, bro.
I used to have fun with my hunter character because I could with a hunter I could think of new ways of, you know, just killing lots of characters all at once, you know, because it was the explosive traps, you know, like I would wait till there was like a big skirmish sometimes at the Alliance Bridge in front of in Alterac Valley, and when the horde would make a mad rush to get across it, like, you know, 20 characters just running across the bridge all at once, I would just throw out an explosive trap and blow them all off the bridge with one shot. Pick them off, you know, and down in the gorge, you know, from long distance, and you know, because they would land with like almost no health if they didn't get killed just crossing, and you know, but it was just, and you know, I would blow characters off of like the one of the mountains in jeez, trying to remember what's the valley,
Alterac Valley.
No, the other one with the like 4 bases on the outside and one.
Arathi Basin.
Yeah, Rafi Basin. Yeah, there's one hill there, and one with a hill, and I had a night elf hunter who could just stealth and
the lumber farm was the one that was like up on the hill there.
Yeah, the lumber mill. Yeah, and so I would just when nobody was looking, I would just drop an explosive trap and blow whoever was guarding the flag off of the hill, and then cap it, and then go back and stealth. And when they somebody came to try and cap it, I would throw, if they hadn't figured out that there was a hunter up there already, I would throw another trap and blow them off the hill. But it's really fun. We could blow kill multiple characters at once, but with gravity. Yeah. And you just see your kill number of kills in one battle group in one battleground go up exponentially or something. That's just fun. But let me see if I could find my hunter character, which I named my hunter after my rifle because I don't think did I get him to. I never got him to level 100, and I guess it took too long. They made alts just too hard. Tavor, that was the name. That's the name of my rifle, so that was the name of my hunter. Level 90. See, he had a prideful gladiator's rifle, and let's see. How many mounts
I never really got like super hard into PvP in WoW because I felt like WoW's PvP was always this really weird place of like being right on the edge of being balanced, but never actually being balanced.
Oh yeah, well the fun part was Isle of Conquest when you could get in groups that would just do into pre-mades, or where everybody was just on the on event and could queue all at once, so they get lined up in the same battleground. And then and then what you do is you let the horde come in, cap the flag, and cap your flag, and then when they rush for the boss, you let them start on the boss, and then everybody comes out of hiding from like behind the fort or something, runs in, and just while the horde is trying to fight the boss, everybody runs in and just wipes the horde all like really quick. We
used to do that.
And then when the flag, and then when they have the flag, nobody caps the flag back, so they'd all res in like the same time, and then you just wipe them again as soon as they resurrect. You'd everybody would be waiting for them to res, and just open fire and annihilate them over and over and over, and so you could get like tons of kills, just like 1,000 kills in one battleground,
Yeah, I mean, we used to do the same thing against the Alliance. Like that was just kind of like everyone had those problems,
Yeah, but I had a really good healer. I had a druid healer, and who was great in the Isle of Conquest because he could just, if it was a regular battle when everybody would just run into the center, at the beginning, I could just I really area of effect heals were just fucking awesome. It was made it impossible for the horde to kill anybody. Just do a tranquility, a few heals, a few heal hots here and a few hots there, and then tranquility, and it's just like impossible for the horde to do anything at the flag. Of course, it would tend to have long battles at the flag if the horde had healers. But those were fun.
Yeah.
I had the same, that guy that's still on here is I used to do lots of arenas with, but I think arenas got so specialized. We were just casual arena people. We just did it for the points, because it was easy.
Yeah, I don't play any game casually. I know that's such an edgelord statement to make, but like if I'm going to be playing a game, like I'm going to throw myself head over heels into it. I always do. That's just how I function.
I did hear marksmanship hunters were really good and were really powerful in the new mechanics for the new version.
I wouldn't know. I stopped playing.
I
stopped playing right at the end of Cataclysm.
I stopped playing like halfway through Warlords of Draenor. I just got bored to death tears. Mainly because the worlds just got so vacant. There wasn't anybody left. Who hadn't just got bored to tears and quit. you know, or for
Yeah.
one reason or another. And so there wasn't anybody to sell stuff to in the auction house. It wasn't even the usual stupid talk on Trade Chat. But I just looked on you know, YouTube to see, you know, who was making videos about World of Warcraft, to see, you know, and it's really cool that now, like, I have my Arms Warrior, you know, and the Arms Warriors are like totally, there's like some video of, you know, some guy in a battleground with an Arms Warrior, you know, doing like 300k, you know, one shots, you know, of damage.
Well,
but,
Arms is always the PvP spec for Warriors anyway, because it was supposed to be about like huge chunks of damage.
Fury was like got really popular at one time, but
Well, yeah, but I mean, like, it wasn't supposed to be. Like, the Blizzard has always said that they wanted Arms to be like the PvP spec and Fury to be the PvE spec. And the idea with that was because that Fury was supposed to be PvE because you weren't supposed to be taking damage if you were doing damage in PvE. You know.
I don't know. This was my Arms Warrior, Rebel Soldier. I think I had him as a tank for a while, but I mainly did arms, and unless it was Alterac Valley, because if you're in Alterac Valley, you needed a tank to go in and fight the boss. And if you didn't have one, you were in trouble. So I spec'd him tanks, but I could switch it easy enough. But it was just fun watching. What was the very first battleground? God, I don't remember anything anymore. Practically.
Warsong Gulch.
Yeah, Warsong Gulch. Yeah, some Warsong Gulch where they're just fighting, you know, and it's like, you know, I know the hit points have gone up drastically to like 1 million or 2 million hit points, but you know, it's just fun to watch somebody not knowing anything about who has how many hit points, you know, whether the Arms Warrior, you know, on some YouTube video, you know, that they stream on Twitch and YouTube or whatever. It's like, you know, 350k crits and stuff, you know.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I've always felt like the PvP in WoW was always so disorganized too. Like, unless you're in like high-end arena matches, like it was always kind of this, or like it's always kind of this just mad dash to the objective, and no one really paid much attention to like tactics or anything like that. And I'm always a slut for like properly laid out tactics, so that always like really bugged me.
Well, I like, basically I would be the guy who was on, you know, the trade channel, you know, if I knew that there was going to be a horde attack, you know, and there were signs, you know, like there's horde in the tram or stuff, you know, I'd be trying to put together groups to, you know, defend, you know, the boss and stuff. And sometimes we would get enough people and a lot of times we wouldn't, but that, you know, to make it a good fight. And I like World PvP a lot, you know, but it was just, I was on a PvE realm. You know, so this was Oceanic. That's just what I got assigned to. And I had started this guild, Star Fury, because it kind of went out of another guild, and I made that little banner. That was my design there.
Mm-hmm.
It used to be so fun with my druid. It's like supposed to be Starfire, but because used to have a balanced druid, and I would sit on the top of the pole in what's that city, that little town,
Ironforge, Storm.
No, not the towns, but there's like a little city going down from the elf starting area towards Orgrimmar.
Oh, dude, I did not do any of the fucking alliance stuff. I was horde literally every single day of my life. I played one dwarf up to like level 30, and that was about it. You might be talking about something in Ashenvale.
Ashenvale, somewhere in there. It was like so funny because my guild was famous for defending that stupid little town there, and I had this. They used to have, you used to be able to call up treants if you were a balanced druid. So I would literally sit on top of the flagpole in that town where nobody could get to me pretty much, at least back then. And I would just, somebody would come, around looking, to see what was happening, one horde character or two. And I would just root him and summon the treants and let the treants beat the shit out of him. And then I, just cast Starfire or Moonfire until he died, and they couldn't even figure out where I was, You know, all they knew is they were rooted, they couldn't move, and a bunch of treants were beating the snot out of them. You know, and they'd be looking around trying to find out what the hell was happening to them while they, you know, they couldn't move, and you know, but then eventually you'd have to disappear, or they'd call their friends. You know, but my guild was saved for defending that stupid little town, and you know, people would get on their the horde got. What was really cool in vanilla is you could have so many potions of you know, protection potions, you know, like protection of shadow or whatever, and it would just absorb any attack, you know. And I used to be able to like just stack potions and potions and potions. So I would have every defensive potion, and so no matter what they did, they would like throw a spell at me, and I would just absorb the damage, you know. And it would, you know, piss them off so much they'd get on their alliance characters and start complaining at me. Especially since I had my character set, whenever they got killed, it would just like I mocked my character was always mocked their character dying or something. It wasn't just enough to defeat them and kill them; you had to laugh at them as they were dying. You know,
that's just the way it is, you know.
I know, but it was such an overreaction to this one Tauren hunter that used to come and beat up the little elflings in the town that no longer exists because it got wiped out after in Cataclysm or something. It was Asternar was the town that I used to defend all the time. Asternar.
Oh yeah, again, I had no idea.
All right.
Because even though I was Horde, and I know that's pretty close to Orgrimmar, like I was not a PvPer for reasons I already discussed. So like, my thing was that even when I was max level and I would be walking like through, I'd be like, oh hey, that's an alliance area. Let me just not go there because I don't want to deal with this shit. You know, like.
Yep. Well, so Appropriation was he's this main character. He's like a retribution pally that I used to do arenas with all my characters because he was like the only one that was, you know, steadily online in my guild. And he has a real job as a miner somewhere in Australia, I forget. And I'm on an oceanic server because I'm in Hawaii, so at least I used to be when I was playing. So I think he's like almost the only one left in the guild. I mean that's active. It was big at one time, like 600 people, or characters anyway. Oh, the professions. Get that. Achievements.
All right, I'm gonna hop out of here because I want to try and see if I can get Matt to send me another an invite because I don't know if it went out or not.
Wait, you have to see my last profession before you go. This last thing. The one that we were working on. We're gonna need a bigger boat. We were almost there. 23,953 fish fished up.
Yeah, we have
we needed 25,000 for the achievement.
My old guild would hold fishing tournaments where we would all go out for like a whole weekend and like fish, and whoever caught the most valuable item would be marked the winner, and he would get like 20%.
I mean, what a massive waste of time!
Oh, dude, what an enormous waste of time it really was.
I think if you checked how many hours I played that game, you know, it was like 2 lifetimes or something of hours. You know.
Yeah.
So that's why I was like, you know, you have spent more than you deserve to live playing this game, you know. And there's a feature where you could check it, and I was like, so I was thinking about rejoining for Legion, but you know, I just like to talk to the guy that I used to PvP with. But it's like really, I don't think I really want to waste any more time, you know.
Yeah, I get you. All right, like I said, I'm gonna hop off because I'm gonna try and talk to Matt.
Later.
All right, man. See you.
Hope I didn't bore anyone to tears on Game Channel for that shit. Not too much happening here.